welcome. How's it going, everybody?
Hey, guys.
Welcome. No, you're good. That's
No,
good.
I'm sorry. Would you like a moment to say hello?
Would you like? Would you come on in here?
Hi.
That sounded really good.
You're in for a treat.
Yeah. Welcome to 3 Dude Cast.
Yeah.
We're back. We actually continue to do this against our better judgment.
Mm-hmm. And against many people's requests that we stop doing it.
Yeah. In fact, all the people who listen to this show tell us to just stop.
Mm-hmm.
And we haven't yet.
The mayor of Youngstown.
Jay Williams.
The FBI.
I saw a billboard for a guy running for mayor. It's another black guy.
Yeah, what's his name?
Diane Reed.
Diane Reed, yeah.
This guy had 4 names.
It's the most Irish name ever.
Like, you know what? Like, and you know what? He probably goes by his, 3rd name.
Yeah, right.
Oh, is it Jamal Tito Brown?
No, his name was I don't even know.
I think that's the guy, Tito. I think there's a Tito in
Wait
there.
a minute.
There's one guy.
It said the first one was Elijah, but let's say his name was Elijah Steve Brown
Tito.
Tito. And he'd probably
Joseph Rose Tito?
He'd want you to call him Brown and not like that, but no, but that's 3 names deep in your name. Like that, you're asking a lot of me.
Yeah.
To,
Well, there's Sean McKinney, I think is his name, and it's the most Irish sounding name ever. But he's black as the night sky.
Huh.
Yeah.
I met a black guy named Shane.
Shane, really?
And another black and an Asian guy named Kevin.
Wow, we sure know a lot about black people on this podcast. We should be.
We're cultured.
They're both delightful. That's what I said. I mean, despite being no.
You know what? I guess it's worth saying we have a guest on this week.
Yeah. How do you want to be introduced on this? You want to take on
do you want to use your 3rd name?
I mean,
yeah. You got how many names you got?
8.
Aloysius.
Ace Commando.
Okay, Ace Commando. I'm just gonna call you Ace, even though I think you're joking.
What other name?
Oh, thanks, Ace.
Big Papa Jefferson.
There you go.
That's what my dogs call me.
Well, welcome to the show, Corey. It's nice to have you.
Glad to be here, Dad.
I guess we should hop right into this shit.
May as well.
Yeah.
We're almost definitely fucked this week.
We are fucked for lots
We're
of
definitely
reasons.
fucked. Dave, I know you said you didn't have a reason why we were fucked, so I'm going to start with you.
Dave,
Why would you do this to me?
Dave, I can give you a reason. I could fuck your everything.
I gotta do this myself.
Why are we fucked, Dave?
Oh man, there's some good reasons. My grapevine's not doing so hot. Mm-hmm.
Robots.
Robots are out there.
I heard it through the grapevine that your grapevine isn't doing so hot.
I heard it really well because all of its leaves were dead.
Are you talking about your pubes, right?
I'm talking about my actual grapevine.
Oh.
An actual vine with grapes.
All right, hold on.
God,
Go back.
I feel like a real dumb idiot.
Why do you have a grapevine? I didn't know you had a grapevine. No.
No, I had it sitting in a pot in the backyard for 3 months instead of putting it in the ground like I should have immediately when I got it.
Yeah.
And now it's dead and all of its grapes are gone.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what happened to
it's
that.
It's not even really a grapevine. It's just a vine.
Yeah, it's not. It's just a shitty vine with wilty, ugly brown leaves
on the back of the house. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's dead.
It's not good.
Yeah.
Robots were a thing. I heard about robots this week because apparently now tech heads everywhere are requesting that I can't remember if it was
Elon Musk said it.
Yeah, Elon Musk.
He said we need to ban killer robots. I didn't know we had them.
Yeah, right. It's a problem we didn't have yet.
Wait, can I say something?
Well, does he mean drones, like
robots that kill?
Robots that kill.
He means, like Matrix 3
No,
death
he
robots.
means that Red 209 that killed that guy in RoboCop. Where that guy. Never mind. But anyway, can I just say something?
Yeah. Wow, this podcast is going to be real interesting.
If robots are around, people are going to get real there's going to be racist people towards robots.
Yeah,
I'm just
Would that be racism or would that be techism?
Something.
I don't know.
Something. Well,
that's a major thing in Overwatch.
There's gonna be some hillbilly guy is gonna be like, I don't want no Gleep Glops,
Yep.
like beat boops in my neighborhood.
Yeah,
My daughter ain't married no automaton.
Like, these Gleep Glops gotta get an area on their own.
Well, this is especially topical because I was told recently that Walmart, at a corporate level, is considering replacing all of its cashiers nationwide with the self-checkout.
You have a real good
lines.
radio voice, guys.
He does. He has an excellent radio voice.
Yeah.
God damn,
Thank you.
It's
Thank
giving
you.
Daddy the vapors.
Oh, daddy.
It's making me feel woozy.
So they're gonna get rid of all people that
And
run the
presumably
checkout.
there still won't be enough checkouts. So
Yeah.
No, absolutely not. No, there's still they're thinking at a corporate level. I don't know if it's completely getting rid of or if they're just going to give it a trial run at first, but making the checkout process completely automatic.
It kind of makes sense.
why don't we just get rid of all the people there
Hey,
and Walmart
wait a
in
second.
general?
Wait a second. Are these robots gonna be ugly too?
Now
Zing.
Because they're all ugly. You know, I worked at Walmart though.
I don't know if they.
Zing.
I was the janitor. Don't worry.
Now I don't know if maybe someone on the shoplifting subreddit can tell me if this is true, but it seems to me like the self checkout option makes it much easier to steal.
I worked at Walmart.
Yeah,
Address
for
your
sure.
questions to me, please.
Do people steal in the self checkout line? They must, right?
Well,
I would think.
Walmart has a no chase policy.
Yeah.
Right, you
So
can't put your
it
hands
doesn't
on
matter.
it.
You could just walk out the door. Like they really won't do anything.
Yeah.
Because a couple guys, you know what? They were black guys. But why leave that out of the story?
We could. You know what? Maybe we've been a little too focused at the beginning of this episode.
All right. Well, okay. All right. They were white guys, and
Jesus.
they just put a flat screen TV in the buggy, and the old lady that was the greeter was like, "Can I see your receipt?" And they're like, "Hey, how about you shut the fuck up and get out of the way?" And they just walked away with the TV.
It's pretty.
All right. What a shock! Having old people as your loss prevention system doesn't work.
Yeah.
She got the hell out of the way too.
I would have got the hell out of the way.
He was just like, "Hey, how about you just shut up?" Yeah, she was like,
I'm not.
She was like, "Okay,
All right,
enjoy your
sure.
TV."
I'm not getting beaten up for Walmart over a fucking
I know
TV.
at Best Buy we used to have we used to be able to make stops, actually make stops.
Yeah.
And it happened just a couple weeks ago at one of the stores in Pittsburgh. These dudes tried to make out of there with a TV, and one of the guys grabbed one of our AP guys, grabbed a guy on the way out the door, and the dude came around with a switchblade and cut him. Lip to ear, you know what I mean? Sliced him open. So we can't do that anymore.
Why so serious?
I just want people to know I'm really messed up, you know?
It's messed up, but also funny, you know.
Yeah, I got
Jokes
fired
and
from
stuff.
Walmart. I got fired.
Oh, I'm sorry, buddy.
It was a long time ago. I don't work there anymore, but it was 10 years ago. But I was fired.
So the moral of the story is you can steal from Walmart.
You can go ahead.
Okay, you're allowed.
All right. Fuck it.
You have my permission.
I'm probably gonna do it. I'm probably gonna do it.
Oh wait,
actually.
I knew this guy who worked at Wendy's with me,
Yeah.
and he went to jail for conspiracy to robbery or something. But he used to they didn't have barcodes on the computer boxes, you know what I mean, that are behind because
Right.
you're supposed to get an employee to get those. But he would just take those, and his one buddy would be like, when they were walking out, they're like, "Hey, can I see your receipt?" And this guy would just be like, "Oh, I'm having a heart attack." And they would be like, "Oh God, we gotta get help." And then they would be like, "Let's get out of here." Oh man.
So that's why we're fucked. Is everything they said.
So your plant died.
Yeah, my plant died,
Your plant
and also killer robots that are also just checkout robots.
Taking her gerbs.
Yeah, that's how. I'm just gonna take the easy way on that
Gleep
one.
Glops.
Gleep glop.
Gleep
These
glops.
damn Gleep glops.
Beep
Beep boop and all that. Why are we fucked, Ben?
We're fucked because I was going to work. I was doing a weekend shift with one of my clients. I take him to work at his other job some weekends, and so this is 20 after 10 in the morning. So about when I'm getting ready to prepare to wake up a weekend.
Yeah.
So I decided I needed some fuel, so I went over to the Taco Bell over there on not the Taco Bell, the KFC.
Oh, okay.
The KFC over there on Meridian.
How'd you get those mixed up?
It's
One sells tacos, one sells fried chicken.
I don't look. I just kind of order whatever and shovel it into my mouth.
Yeah,
and
just
then
whatever meaty.
I kind of black out when I do fast food.
Come to covered in crumbs.
Yeah, I'll have whatever you have.
Yeah, I'll just have just something, and just can you push it in my mouth for me?
For
Because
all
I'm not going to remember that.
For all I know, I invented the double down. Like someone heard it and passed it on to corporate. So like some guy going, 2 chicken, cheese between. So I went to KFC, and so this is the fat guy part.
Yeah.
It was 10:27, and they don't open until 10:30.
Oh,
So I went into another parking lot to look inconspicuous, waited 3 minutes, and came back.
Yeah, been there.
Yeah, trust me.
Hey, I worked at KFC too.
So
were you fired from there, or did you leave voluntarily?
I went on my break and I just never came back.
So like I was the first customer, and keep in mind, I do enjoy KFC. I enjoy their sandwiches more than anything.
Yeah.
Because the sauce they put on it is great. So this if anything is an endorsement of KFC. I was disappointed by what happened though. I was like the first customer of the fucking day. They just opened. Everyone sounds alert and awake on the other side of the drive-thru thing. And I say, yeah, let me get a zinger sandwich. They don't have the Colonel's original sandwich anymore. They got the zinger sandwich.
Right.
So it's delicious.
It is really good.
It's delicious.
For 99 cents more, you can add bacon and cheese.
I always recommend putting bacon and cheese on any chicken sandwich.
Why would you not?
Why would
I
you
can't.
not?
Yeah.
My doctor says I'm gonna die.
Okay.
So
Well, then you don't do that.
I don't
I'm
go
not-
to the doctor.
I'm not allowed.
Yeah, I'm just gonna die and not know when.
and so I did. I said, let me get a zinger sandwich with bacon and cheese. And I pulled around. Again, I'm the only customer this time in the morning. The first customer. They forgot the fucking bacon and cheese.
Oh no!
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
God
And
damn
of course, so why we're fucked is work ethic.
Put the fucking bacon and cheese on the sandwich.
Teenagers, take some pride in your work. I know it's just fast food. I know it's like,
Quit taking it out on the mic. That's not a teenager.
I know it's just fast food. I know it's you
Good
just
gravy.
you're just working there for the summer. I know it's just, you go in, you do the things, you get your paycheck. Take some pride in your work.
You know, it's
Yeah.
dawning on me that this show is so absurd that one week we're fucked because we might be at nuclear war, and the next week they forgot the bacon and cheese.
Yeah, well,
And we treat them exactly the same.
you ever put bacon and cheese on your chicken sandwich? It's fucking incredible.
Yeah, and without it, it
Look,
truly is a catastrophe.
This is like the first thing I do in the morning. Well, okay.
Eat chicken?
This wouldn't
Yeah,
happen.
before I shower or get dressed or anything. Like I'm driving
I go get
naked
some-
with my hair like
I
this.
go get some of the Colonel's original.
This wouldn't happen if we had like Gleep Glops working.
I know, right?
Yeah, we need more Gleep Glops.
Yeah.
Beat boops in
The-
the back making chicken.
The Gleep Glops and Wendy's that serve you drinks though are the tops because they'll mix the sodas for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, dude.
Those are the best Gleep
There's
Glops.
like 10 Gleep Glops in there working overtime.
I know.
Hey, you think if we say Gleep Glop enough, it'll sound like a slur? Because we're like a quarter of the way there right now.
Yeah, I hate those Gleep Glops.
Fucking beat booping all
Those
around.
Gleep Glops are always on my porch. I gotta like shoo away, like, on my porch, Gleep Glops.
Always boop dooping around the block.
They never want to work like, oh, but I'm not plugged
Always
in.
eating
Like
their,
that's
always eating their candies.
It's like a weird stereotype.
Yeah.
The robots like candy.
What if like they had like a fat robot? Like
Well,
then it would really, like,
why that'd be so
They got
unnecessary.
Yeah, like they just made a robot obese.
Who
just
built
for-
him?
Who builds a fat robot?
Right.
Fucking idiot.
well, Lucasfilm did when they
You
made
know
Jabba
what?
the Hutt.
Lucasfilm
Oh
did
my
when
God.
they made George Lucas.
I want to beat the shit out of that fictional character I just made up.
I'm so mad at him for his poor
That
robotic design.
fucking fat robot building scientist. Oh my god, I hate him.
He brings it up and it
Oh,
opens up and he goes, Dad.
You should make a movie.
Yes.
We should make a movie about that. We could get like Cody from Step by Step to be in it.
That's a great idea. Everyone loves Cody from Step
Yeah,
by
like
Step.
he hasn't been in like anything in like, a long time. That reminds me of the Mandela effect. Like they said,
Yeah.
like you can
Yeah,
pull
yeah.
things from other timelines. Like I want to pull Cody from the timeline where he's like an Oscar winner. Because there's a timeline where he's like world's greatest actor.
It's gotta be.
Step by Step's Cody.
Yeah. And there's probably one where I'm his coke dealer too. So
Yeah,
I can make that connection for you.
There's probably one where I'm your Coke supplier.
You probably don't need to. Like, we could probably like find his number and call him up. I mean, like,
He's not doing anything. He's not that busy.
nah.
Corey, why are we fucked this week?
Oh, dude, I'll tell you why we're fucked. That guy Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
That guy,
That Vin Diesel fella?
I think I've heard of him.
I don't fucking like him.
you would not be the only one.
Like
to
that
not
guy.
like Vin
That
Diesel.
guy. He needs to cut it out.
Because hold on, just before you go on, I want to summarize. We're fucked because Vin Diesel needs to cut it out.
Have that fucking guy. What are we talking about again? Oh yeah, his movies suck.
They tend to.
I don't like him, man. And you know what? They're making tons of money, so we're gonna keep getting them.
Yeah.
And he keeps putting like foreign actors in it because like Vin Diesel movies aren't for like the America, they're for like the world.
Yeah. Those movies are made for an international audience.
Yeah, and like they're fucking terrible. Like
All of them.
I saw Fast and the Furious in the theater, and it was just like a bunch of people like, oh, Vin Diesel.
Okay, I gotta ask you about this now because I know you had this idea before about Vin Diesel having to. It was a crossover.
With
Right.
Armageddon?
Yeah, with Armageddon.
Oh, dude, because the last two movies have been about these like villain brothers.
Yeah.
This one would be like a soft reboot of Armageddon, but like it'll be their other brother. Their last name's Shaw. It'll be their brother Asteroid Shaw. And they have to go to space and like drive their cars around on like on the asteroid. I don't know, to like wear it down or something.
Like just slow the asteroid by spinning it the
Yeah, but then
wrong
like
way.
Vin Diesel, like, cause every movie, Vin Diesel could like. Have you seen those fucking movies?
I've seen some of
Like
them.
Vin Diesel could like crash his car and the car can like melt, and Vin Diesel like walk out of some flames and be like, ooh, and he has like a little scratch on his cheek.
Yeah.
But
That's why Die Hard was so good, because
Yeah.
Bruce Willis got the shit kicked
well,
out.
not the last two. Those are
No,
pretty bad.
I'm talking about
Yeah.
the only Die Hard that
But
matters.
like
Yes.
John Wick,
Die Hard 3.
John Wick's real good at that. Like he's got the shit. He's like really beat up by it. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah.
like
John Wick was fucking cool.
but though like the movie will end like where like Vin Diesel pushes everybody out of the car and he's like, I gotta like he'd be like the Bruce Willis character and he's like, I gotta drive into this asteroid. Like I'm gonna play chicken with this asteroid.
Yeah, right.
And then like it just blows up like engulfs like the universe and then like Vin Diesel just walks out and he's like, ooh. He has like a little singe on his arm.
It's just a little teeny burn and
And then he's just like
puts the space helmet
just
on.
like-
he just
hey.
walks out in space.
he's just like, good thing we got these. We could breathe in space.
Yeah, so that's Vin Diesel in general.
He could,
though,
like,
right?
he's making a movie just like, why would I put like, it's just nighttime up here. We're just really close to the nighttime. So he's like, so were you saying I can't breathe at nighttime? So yeah,
Vin Diesel.
So we're fucked
definitely-
because
he
of Vin
needs to-
Diesel.
He needs to cut it out.
Wait a minute, I'll do this quick. But we had me and my buddy had an idea for a Fast and the Furious movie where like physics become real. Like the villain creates like this like algorithm that he writes on a map, like on a chalkboard, and
Yeah.
it makes physics real in their like world. So like the Rock's like chasing after this guy, and he's like, "Well, I'm just gonna jump these 5 freeway ramps," and then Rock just like
Does a
just-
normal person
he
jump?
just jumps and like splats off the ground like 9 times, and then like I don't know, at like the last, like he's like in a full body cast or something, just like being a big baby, like ah! But then at the end of the
It's the
movie,
whole
like
movie.
like Vin Diesel like erases the the algorithm or whatever
Off a chalkboard.
And then like all of a sudden like everything's going like scientifically normal, and then like he erases the chalkboard, and then he's just like, time to get our GEDs, and then like physics just become not real again. And he's just like, oh man, you mean physics is real? I don't know. Or Tyrese will be like, you mean physics is real, dog?
That's a catchphrase.
And then like the poster be like, I don't know, like final, get it? Furious with a 9 in it.
Gotcha.
And it'll just be like,
Final.
this time physics is real.
Los rápidos y los furiosos.
Oh man, Paul Walker's not dead in those movies, you know?
Yeah, they just kind of like, they made his character
They
die though, right?
CGI'd him.
Yeah.
No, he
But-
died in real life.
Didn't they make him die in the movie?
No,
Or did you just make him go away?
they just were like, oh man, that's too bad. He can't come on adventures no more because he got a kid. And then like in the 9th movie, they have like a party at the end, and they find out Vin Diesel as a kid. And he's like, man, I'm gonna name this kid Brian. That's Paul Walker's name in the movie.
Yeah.
But I'm like, where hasn't Paul Walker at your fucking barbecue?
Right.
He's not dead.
Name
He's
your
not
son
dead.
after him.
He's not dead. Yeah, like he's not dead.
He went and had a son in Borneo.
He's married to your sister. Like, give her a call. Be like, hey, we found out I have a fucking kid. Like,
Hey, you guys want some barbecue?
did you want to like? Did you guys want to like learn more about this? And I named him after you.
He became an ascetic. He became an ascetic monk
Or he
in
named,
Tibet.
or he named him Paul, and they're like, yeah, that's nice. Even though his name's not Paul in the movie. And then he's just like, yeah, Paul Giamatti.
Now, I've never seen Fast and the Furious. Are they good for like the schmaltzy value?
No, they're not.
Nope.
Comedic? No.
Nope. Well, the problem is maybe, but you're in like a theater where like Tyrese says a joke like, "Oh man, I gotta get a gun," and everyone's like, "Oh shit! How he gonna get this gun?"
Yeah, they're stupid movies.
Or like it'll
It
be
was
like
my experience going to see Stomp the Yard.
or there'll be like a
Audience
there'll be
would
like
shut
a
up.
twist or something. You'll hear people in the audience go like, "You mean they brothers?"
He was gonna betray him the whole time, yo.
Basically, and like
people are real dumb about movies.
like it's real dumb. Like I mean, I'm dumb, but like
well, we're all dumb.
well, like I mean, like, but are the people seeing that Fast and Furious like dumber?
I mean, it feels like it.
I've never seen one of these motion pictures before. This should
they're
be interesting.
so bad in the. If people were in there like, oh, this is fucking stupid, I'd be like, you're right, it's fun.
Yeah.
But people are in the theater like, Vin Diesel made car go fast. Hey, Vin Diesel.
Well, there's like we saw the compilation of Fast and the Furious car shifts.
Yeah.
It's like 5 minutes of just shifting.
just gear shifting for like a solid 5 minutes.
Oh, wait a minute. And the one that Paul Walker died halfway through.
Yeah.
I'm sure he was.
Spoilers, man.
He's sure he's a great. Well, he doesn't die in the movie. So in real life,
the
he
actor
died.
Paul
Yeah.
Walker.
No, but I'm sure he was a fine man, and they had a difficulty. You know, I mean,
They already
didn't
started with a minute.
They didn't expect one of their leads to die. I understand that.
Right.
But in the movie, like I can just tell Vin Diesel like behind the scenes, like, oh my god, this is gonna be touching. Like in the movie, Michelle Rodriguez character, like she dies in one of them, but then later in one of the later movies, they're like, nah, she's not dead. She just like blew out of a car and got amnesia. So he takes her. So Vin Diesel takes.
'Cause that's how it works.
Vin Diesel
Right.
takes her to her grave.
Yeah, right.
But the actual scene, like, Vin Diesel insisted, like, no, let's actually film at Paul Walker's grave. And we'll just CGI over Paul Walker's actual grave and put Michelle Rodriguez's fictional character's name. And then I'm going to come up with a sledgehammer and be like, no, you ain't dead. Like, and I'm going to act like I'm going to break it. And then you go, like, no, let's keep it.
Is that for real in the movie?
Yeah, like, and you know, like, and like, there's people in the theater being like, "Oh my god, that's so touching."
It's so deep. It's deep, yo.
Like a bunch of dumb jocks, like, "Oh man, yo, that's nice," doing that for your fam. But
Oh
like,
my god, ridiculous.
it was so dumb. And then, in the movie, like, every movie ends with them always together, usually barbecuing, going like, "Well, glad that adventure's over. Now we're together.
And then everyone
it ended like that too, but like Paul Walker has like a kid with Vin Diesel's sister in the movie, and then they're just like, too bad he can't come no more because he got kids. And then they go, Vin Diesel's like, I'm out of here. And he goes, aren't you going to say goodbye? And he goes, nah, man, it's too sad. Like, that's your brother-in-law. Like you could call him up. Like, later. Like,
bring the kids to the fucking barbecue.
Yeah, like,
Kids like barbecue.
that's your sister and your, like, niece and nephew and your, like, best friend. Like, you can give him a call. He's not dead, apparently. And then they did a Paul Walker best of montage, but the movie wasn't even over yet. And I was just like, that's odd.
No, I think I caught this on TV one time.
And I mean, it was like
really weird.
It was kind of sad though. I mean, because I was like, oh man, he's dead. That's sad. But I was like,
it's like in the movie.
I was like, the movie's still going. Like the narrative is still
in the universe of this movie though. It's like, why do a montage to a guy who's just not there right now? Because he's a character in the movie,
right?
So why are we treating him?
Why not just? Here's a question. Why didn't they just kill him in the movie?
Just kill the character.
Wow.
They should have included
Chris, that would have been a good idea.
Yes.
They should have included
They don't
like
do those.
a little like a Joker montage at the end of Dark Knight, just like showing Heath Ledger clips from the movie you just watched.
Yeah,
right.
And have that Enya song playing over. Who can say where the road goes?
Oh, speaking of that song, oh, it's a little controversial, but you know that song Panama? That's Van Halen, right?
Yeah.
Dave knows where I'm going.
No, I don't. I just you are all over the place now.
My cousin had this idea that you could put Panama to footage of anything.
Yeah.
And it would immediately turn into a teen sex comedy. So he put the footage of that, or he started this footage of 9/11 with that Enya song playing. And then there was a record scratch, and it was like, dun, 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 like, Panama! And he was like, did I turn it into a teen sex comedy? I was like, no.
No, you didn't.
No, and as a matter of fact,
It's still a tragedy.
It's still a national tragedy, but with a great soundtrack.
But he had that Enya song on first, and then there was a record, and he added a record scratch. And it was into Panama.
oh my god.
Chris, I think we owe it to you to ask you why we're fucked this
Why
week.
am I
since
fucked?
You skipped yourself.
I skipped myself, yeah.
You skipped yourself.
I'm fucked because there's chips on everybody's credit card now and nobody knows how to fucking use them. That's why we're fucked.
What do you mean? It's you put the thing in the thing and it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, you obviously understand how to work a credit card.
A what?
I hate these
credit
things.
card.
A what?
A card for credit.
Oh.
Some kind of like plastic square that you put in that
Money comes out.
Money comes out.
Yeah, from the fictional economy that doesn't exist.
What would you call that?
Into.
Right.
What would you call that thing? Some kind of card for your credit.
Yeah, it's kind of plastic.
Like a debit.
Tarjeta de credit.
An account voucher.
No, but it's one of those things where people are like confused and they forget how to use money.
Well, they sprung this shit on us all at once.
Sure.
All of a sudden, we all started getting
But
the
I'm just
chip
saying,
cards.
after your second time using that, you should figure out how to fucking use it by now.
Yep.
That's all I'm saying. If you're like 6 months deep
Yeah.
into this fiasco and you still haven't figured it out yet, then maybe you should just bring cash.
You know, I'm less irritated with. I forgot where I was going.
That's all right.
No, I think I'm less irritated with the people that don't know how to use it than the fact that the thing yells at me when I'm done with it.
Yeah, the beep's annoying.
It just like put the card in and then it's like I don't even know the transaction's over and it's beeping at me like I fucked up.
Well, it doesn't matter because we're all gonna die.
Well, I never had this problem.
You never had this problem?
I guess I'm a pretty damn smart guy.
Yeah,
I guess.
that's not what's. It's like that's the thing is I'm assuming everybody at this bar knows how to work a fucking credit card.
Yeah.
But
Well, you were at a bar.
sitting at the bar.
I didn't know you were trying to be a lawyer. Like the bar for the bar exam.
Oh, I'm glad you clarified that for me.
Wait a minute.
We all know it's just a clubhouse. That's what I was told by somebody. I won't name names. He said it's just a clubhouse. People hang out who pass the bar. You don't actually need that to practice law.
That might be right, but probably not.
I didn't think it was right, but I mean, he was real into it.
He was insistent.
He was insistent that he was right about it. So,
It sounds like someone who didn't pass the bar.
but you know, God bless him.
Yeah. So anywho,
No, we're just fucked because people. Whenever
Does this
something
happened recently? Does it?
it happens every day of my life.
Yeah.
We're just
I gotta
fucked
take
because
that away from you.
bite me.
That thing is loud on the microphone.
You probably haven't heard all this gold.
no, we're fucked because whenever something new happens, everybody loses their mind.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a chip on it. I can't slide it anymore. They just like
Sounds like you have a chip on your shoulder. About credit cards.
Eco-friendly cars that run on corn. What if we run out of corn? Yeah. What do we do then?
Corn's not for cars.
You can make chips out of corn. I'm
That's
pretty
a
sure
band.
I've seen it.
They'd have one of them Mexican places.
They're a band. Not a fuel source.
Silly Billy.
silly.
You
Corn
big-
is just
you
like
big goof.
real. Corn is just real low tuned guitars and some guy going yeah.
You know, Indians call it maize.
That would be a whole different band if they just called themselves Maze.
Oh, you were talking about the band. That was an impression of it. Oh my God.
It's kind of weird.
That'd be funny if they were called maize.
Yeah, it's just Maze.
Yeah, I think it'd be like if that, like they kind of be like corn, but like a little bit more like yes. Too.
Yeah.
So would the Indians call when we set up those like winding paths every Halloween? Would the Indians call it a maze?
No.
Dad. All right,
Dumb.
we'll be back in just a moment with. Hold on.
Wait, you guys?
Huh?
Yep.
No, it's gone now. Okay.
The sneeze that almost was.
Whoa. We'll be back in just a moment with the next segment of our show, which we like to call the next segment of our show.
That is what it is, and what we call it.
It is what it is, man.
Okay, so in the movie G.I. Joe, here's what happens. So there's G.I. Joe, there's a bunch of them. There's Ripcord, he's black guy, a bunch of other ones. It doesn't matter.
One man must reset the balance of the universe.
So they're out looking for in the woods looking for this briefcase or something, and they can't find it. And then they find it.
What's in the briefcase?
The good science, I think.
One squad, one band of brothers searching for a briefcase. That briefcase is somewhere, they just know it.
But they can't find. They find the briefcase, and the bad G.I. Joe people come out, and they're like, "Ha ha ha! You're gonna take this briefcase from me," and they take it. So then we find out that the bad G.I. Joe guy used to be friends with the good G.I. Joe guy, the main guy. I think his name's Duker. So we get this flashback that they're buddies and all this shit, but like. The bad guy, I think his name's Rex. He's like a dinosaur man or something. I don't know. But he's in this lab learning about... There's just science going on all over the place. There's like science on the walls, on the tables, on the ceiling. It's just science everywhere.
He taught him all the science he knew before he died, but it left him disfigured. But Ripcord's not the one that got disfigured. The one that got disfigured became Cobra Commander. That's why he wears the mask.
And there's a scientist in there, and they're like, oh shit, like, I think, like, we're about to blow up.
Everyone blows up.
They're about to blow up, and Rex is like, oh shit, I don't want to blow. He's the bad guy, but he's not bad yet. He's, like, good right now. But he goes, oh shit, like, I don't want to die. And the scientist's like, listen, if we survive, I'm going to teach you all about all this science going on here. So they blow up, but I guess they don't die. Like, he just gets real disfigured and learns about all this science. And he becomes the Cobra Commander man, and he becomes the bad guy.
This summer, this Christmas, this Thanksgiving, this Arbor Day, this Yom Kippur, this Boxing Day.
So at the end, I don't really remember, but they all start fighting, and the Cobra Commander man, second in command, is this lady named Mary the Baroness. I think her name's Mary. Yeah, Mary the Baroness. So they're fighting, but we find out that she used to go with Dukard, and she's still got feelings for him. So I think they defeat Cobra Commander man, and they try to help Mary the Baroness, but she's all messed up on like bad science that the Cobra Commander man put in her. So they got to try to like find like a good science antidote to like save her. And then the movie ends on that. Like we don't know if they don't have it ready yet. And then a bunch of people die and there's ninjas, but yeah, there's ninjas in it, but I don't know. It wasn't. They weren't that great.
Hey, welcome back.
And we're back.
Hey, we're back.
That was some good Hall & Oates.
I actually kind of would like there to be some Hall & Oates.
If you don't like Hall & Oates, then fuck you, man.
You know what? I like Harlem Oates.
What I want
You got but it might
be hard to handle, like a flame that burns a candle.
There you go, perfect.
We got Oates in Harlem. That's Harlem Oates. He's a rapper.
And an oatmeal
And you know what?
enthusiast.
You guess where he's from?
Is it Harlem?
Nope.
Brooklyn.
Duluth.
Minnesota.
I was close. I was close with Duluth.
Yeah, you actually, yeah.
Anyway.
So welcome back. I guess we should get into Schwerpin and Derpin.
Yeah, it's Schmorpin and Derpin time.
Schmorpin and Dorpin.
Schmorpin and Dorpin.
Dave, you're mixing it up again. Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's go through Schmorpin
These
Dorp
are
here.
different things.
Yeah.
These are different things this time. So this time I am Schmorpin my fancy new e-cigarette that I bought.
It's super fancy. It sounds super heavy, too.
It's super. Yeah, listen to that. It lands with a thud.
Listen to that.
Ordering dude.
Wow,
cool.
that's
It's pretty heavy, actually.
Oh, God.
It's got 2 giant ass batteries in it.
Oh, that would explain it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus. I don't know how people lift these.
It's I bought it. It was
go ahead, you can
it was
take it.
overpriced.
I'd-
It was overpriced when I bought it, but I bought it from a local place, so I feel like less of a sucker.
Yeah.
It's I'm gonna try and not smoke so much and use this instead, save some money.
Yeah.
So I'm smorping this banana.
Save your life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. That's what I mean. I don't know. I'm trying to at least save money.
Save a life.
I'll probably
Your
die
own.
anyway.
Vape Nation.
Yeah.
Babe Nate.
Babe.
So when exactly did you become a homosexual?
That was probably about like the day and
Like
minute that I bought it.
Yeah, right.
then.
That's what I would
picked
assume.
it up and then I stuffed it in my mouth and I just felt
Was it like a
everything
gradual change, or did it like immediately
once.
happen as soon as you bought it?
Suddenly.
Yeah.
I guess I shouldn't say that. It just brought things to the
Yeah.
surface.
Ripping fat vapes and fat dicks.
Same time. So yeah, I got this banana flavored e-liquid in there right now.
the vape shop, baby, this evening.
Which I'm enjoying. I have it set to 42.0 watts. Blaze it.
Blaze it, faggot.
Blaze it. Vape Nation.
You said faggot. Say flanker. That's what I.
Yeah, come on,
That's what I
guys.
said.
Blaze it, flanker.
Because of butts.
Right.
right, butts.
And I am dorping this delicious glass of Christy Davenporter.
Oh, the Davenporter.
Yes,
Yeah. Hell yes.
A homebrew of my own
the
design.
homebrew
That's real
Davenporter.
clever because that's like your name.
Yes. Super sly on that one.
Right.
How'd you come up with that?
You know what?
He's a cunning linguist.
Yeah.
No, it was funny when we both realized that the name was like right there and we hadn't noticed
the
it.
Christy Davenporter.
Yeah, we're just like together. We're just like, oh shit, that was real obvious.
That was some cunning linguistics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm smurping to Durban.
Yeah.
I'm smurping to Durban.
Vagina jokes.
What are you schmurping in Durban?
I'm not schmurping anything.
Taking a break from Schmerpin.
No
I'm
schmurping.
taking a break from schmurping, and truth is because I forgot to visit the smoke shop and pick up a cigar.
Yeah.
I would like to be smoking a cigar right now, but I'm not.
I'm thinking about
Nah, it's
smoking.
alright.
I think I'm gonna smoke my cigar too.
I I was wanting to get one of those platinum series, the one with the fleur de lis on it.
Oh yeah. Oh, fuck, I can't remember.
Not the Isla del Sol, but the one from the week before.
Yeah, no. I know what you're talking about. The
you know what?
Not the Camacho.
There's a reason.
No.
That we keep all these little wraps.
Yeah,
Let me see.
Like
What was I
Capcom's?
smoking 2 weeks ago?
We actually,
Monte Cristo.
we actually save our cigar wraps for this very purpose.
I was gonna get the
I thought
Monte
we were
Cristo
gonna, like,
Platinum
do
series
those
again.
Capcoms, I thought that's what they were.
However, I'm making up for it by drinking pina coladas.
Penis aladas.
I have the blender thing here with me.
You have a full blender right here.
Yeah, I'm about 4 pinas in. I'm feeling pretty good.
You're 4 peens deep.
Yeah, 4 pins deep. I've got the Captain Morgan
Cutter back there.
Captain Morgan Parrot Bay coconut rum mixed with pineapple juice.
Hey.
I believe the pineapple juice is what's that juice brand?
Oh, it's like
Ocean Fresh. Ocean Fresh or whatever it is.
Newman's Own.
Newman's Own drunk sauce.
Oh man, that just reminded me. Never mind.
And it's good. I blended it up with ice. It's super good. Getting me a good buzz going.
I don't know if this is clean, but if you don't mind, I'm gonna pour some of that because that sounds really fucking
Pour,
good.
that looks pretty
pour
clean.
that pina.
Let's have a quick look at this glass.
If you like penis alada, what are you smoking and drinking over there, Corey?
Man, I'm tired. Can we take another break? Well, I'm not smoking because, I want to clean your urethra. And I'm not drinking because I want to get that beach bod right,
Yeah,
Yeah.
fair enough.
I'm drinking some high quality H2O, so I'll just tell a story. I had a cousin, or not a cousin, no, wait a minute. I had a dream. I fucked that up. I had a dream, like Martin Luther King. No, but
This is going to be the weirdest podcast ever.
no, I had a dream last night that my cousin exploded. And
What, just spontaneously? or?
No, this is how weird the dream was. I want to make it clear, I don't want my cousin to explode.
I should hope not.
Right.
No, but
Generally,
I had this dream that for some reason we were getting money from a will. I don't even know whose.
Some
It was
crazy
unclear.
inheritance.
So
the Unabomber.
So everybody in the family was like, you know what you should do? You should put break up some of those pills in her drink that make people explode. And I was,
those
make you
pills.
explode.
and I was like, I don't want to make her explode. And they're like, well, how is she gonna get that money? And everybody was real for it. And then
Yeah.
I did, and she exploded. And I was just like, oh, what have I done? And I woke up, and there was a good 30 seconds where I was sitting on my couch, what am I gonna do? I'm in so much trouble for making her explode. And I remember we're in a school for some reason. She's like, what's wrong? What did I just eat? And I was like, oh shit, you're gonna explode. And she kept running towards me, and I was like, I don't want to explode. Get out of here. And I pushed her into this empty hallway, and I just heard her explode all over the walls and the lockers and stuff. And I just woke up and was like, oh my god, thank god she didn't really explode.
This would be a great Monty Python sketch.
Or I would be in so much trouble. So I was like, oh man, Gus, relief.
It's a pretty good dream.
So that's what I'm drinking.
This is destined to be one of the weirdest episodes we've ever done. I'm so about it.
So I'm smoking.
Yeah, follow that up.
I'm smoking.
I blew up my cousin.
Oh, dude, it's an up and coming brand.
Yeah.
My favorite.
It's called exploding, and your teenagers may be doing it at home.
This week I'm smoking a cigar by a company called H. Upman or Hupman. I can't tell. Hupman.
Football.
This cigar is called The Banker by H. Hupman. So it's called The Banker. Yeah. Yeah, it's super douchey. I like the label. So
The Banker.
So wait, where's that label thing?
yeah,
Here,
just
let's
put it over
just
here.
fucking just set it on
This
there.
is enormous.
It's pretty big. That's a big wrap.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they let him keep making cigars after the allegation.
That's like Dr. Dre.
Bankers, you mean?
This is a cigar that's too big to fail.
I don't, about the allegations.
I know about the Allegheny.
I don't.
Intersects the Ohio and the Susquehanna.
Cigars?
They killed a man, and the guy didn't die. He lost an eye. I don't know.
What? Is this like a cartoony Bugs Bunny exploding cigar?
No.
Are we
I'm
tying
trying to
the
say
two together?
You ruined my bit.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I had this planned. And you ruined it. So
God damn it!
go ahead. Talk about what you're smoking. Talk about your cancer sticks.
Your death sticks.
I'm smoking the Hupman, and I'm drinking Miller Lite, and I just poured some of that pina colada. So
Very nice. Harriet Tubman.
Harriet Tubman, man.
Known for her cigars, of course.
She drove around in a tugboat, and it went. Beep,
The
beep.
Harriet Tubboat. Transporting cigars underground from the south to the north.
where you can sell
Over
cigars
100
in
years.
Canada.
Right.
How she kept them from getting wet, I don't know.
Oh, it's nice and dry up in Canada, eh? It's plenty cold.
All right, I guess we should get into the topic this week. I don't know, man. I was trying to settle. I don't know, man. I was trying to settle this week on the topic.
Just give me the mic, baby.
Let's do it. No, I guess the topic I think I want to do this week, since I know there's probably a lot of them in this room right now, is your dumbest, least proud moments. Oh, man. Like the dumbest shit that's ever happened to you.
I'm on the spot, dog.
We're all on the spot.
That's the point.
Yeah.
That is actually the
Just
point.
All right, I got stories.
Times-
They might not make any sense, but
That's all right.
Yeah, well, just like times you were embarrassed, really, more
It's
than
like
anything.
dumbass, stupid shit.
Oh, I'll tell this story about when I took this kid to the play place at Burger King and he shit all over it. I'll tell that story.
Okay.
Do you want to tell it now?
Seeing
or-
as you just opened, you may as well roll with that.
Yeah, we
'cause
gotta-
no one's
let's-
going to want to wait for that one.
Let's start with some clean, wholesome family fun.
Okay, so I had a job working with children, and I had this one kid. I was allowed to take him to Burger King. There was going to be other kids there at the play place, so I was sitting with my other friends I worked with, and all the kids they're all playing in the play place with my kid. And we're sitting there, and there's like a glass window you could watch him, and all of a sudden, like my kid's like face is like up against the window, and I didn't really notice it. My buddy's like, "Hey, what's with your kid?" We'll just call him Billy. That's because that was his name. No, it wasn't his name. But anyway, so he's like, "Hey, your kid's crying out the window. You better go check that out." I'm like, "I wonder what he's crying about." And I go in and I'm like, "Hey, Billy," and he's like, and I go, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "Jesus, it stinks in here." And he's like, "I had an accident," and I went, "Accident?" I was like.
Do you have your insurance card on?
No, but I was just like, accident. Did he pee? And then I'm like looking around the play place, and I'm like, damn it, one of those kids came in here with his hot fudge sundae and got it all over the place. And then I looked around and I'm like, man, it stinks in here. And then I'm like, wait a minute. Stinks, accident, chocolate. I'm like, no! And then I look at his feet and he shit into his shoes. And then a kid slid down the slide. So I'm like, get out of this. I'm like, go in the bathroom now. I'm like, get in the bathroom, do whatever you gotta do. So he runs in the bathroom and I'm like, I come out and I'm telling my friends, I go, dude, he shit all over the play place. They're like, are you serious? Like, what are you gonna do? And I'm like, I don't know. I gotta tell him. So I go up to the counter and it was like a bunch of, just what you were saying, dumb teenagers were like, yeah. I'm like, hey man, my kid pooped all over your play place. And this kid was like, huh? And I'm like, no, like he pooped all over where the kids are playing, and he was still like, and You cereal?
like kids say.
he was like, good gravy.
Are you tripping, dog?
But so anyway, I was like, yo, like give me a mop bucket and I'll take care of this. Like let Papa handle this. So I ended up mopping the fucking play place at Burger King, and then I brought it back and I'm like, you should probably. They didn't empty the water, and I'm like, you should probably empty that water on the account of there's being doo-doo in there. I was like, you can't like clean the floors with that. So I go in, so I knock on the bathroom door, and I'm like, Billy, because that was his name.
Yeah.
And I'm like, are you okay? And he's like, no. So I go in, I'm like, what's the problem in here? And I see there's an out of order sign on the stall. And, like, I look in there, and this kid just blew it up, man. Like, he
Oh, God.
like I don't know, like, I can't think of, like, a funny thing right now. So, like,
He blew it up like a stall covered in feces.
yeah, he blew it up, like, as in poop everywhere. Shit. So,
Like the 9/11 of toilets.
so there was, like, it was like a shit. It was like a
We'll never forget.
shit 11.
Shit, 11. 2000 and fun.
Because, yeah. So anyway, I'm like, oh my god. Now what? So he craps all over this toilet that won't flush. So I go back out and I'm like, hey, yo, he's shitting near a toilet that won't flush. And this guy's like, huh? And I'm like, and I'm just like, have a nice day. And then I had to go around and ask customers for change to buy a newspaper outside to lay in my car.
No
And
shit.
I took him home, but no, Dave, there was a lot of shit. It's like, yes, shit. And yeah, that's
That's
I
horrible.
took
So
him
embarrassing.
home. I took him home. And another time, a kid just flat out pooped. We were right by his house, and he's just like, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm like, oh, well, good news, right here. And he goes, no! And I was just like, oh my god, are you shitting? And he was.
And
And
The answer
indeed,
was yes.
the answer was yes, he was.
lo and behold,
And he said, yeah, I am. It's just,
So you guys just each tell a story?
Yeah, well, basically we just take it
no,
around
we'll
a couple of
rotate it.
times.
We got a couple times if you got more.
God damn, this is gonna hurt.
I feel
my
like,
ass.
and I feel like the worst moments too are ones that
You push way back there.
Yeah.
well, that, but also ones like ultimately people can probably sympathize a bit with.
Yeah.
You know?
Sure.
Well,
They
like,
seem bad to you, but everyone is like, no, I wouldn't rag him for it. It's
Yeah.
shit happens.
Sure, no. Literally.
Right,
Shit happens.
Shit does often happen.
Anybody want to go next? I actually have two.
I've the one that comes to mind is one I had at work a couple of years ago. I was coming in. This is when I still lived in the apartment. I was filling up my car at the gas station over there on right the one next to the Sparkle.
I was gonna ask with what? But with gas.
With good old American Arab gasoline.
I was filling it up with packing peanuts.
I was waiting for him. I'm like, is he gonna ever explain what he filled it up with?
It was definitely filled with. So
And then when he said gas, I was like, all right, we got it.
So I was filling my car up with horse semen and
fill it up.
just filling it up like you do.
It's just jack
You gotta
off
get a
the
horse.
horse.
You gotta get a horse to mount the side of your car.
Come on, guys.
That's a bit beyond the pale, even for me.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
So yeah, I'm filling up my car and you got that little clip that holds the handle in place so that it keeps filling up, and then when it's done, it'll shut off automatically.
Yeah, it clicks.
Mine didn't.
Yeah.
And so it sprayed all over my pants. Now
I have horse semen everywhere.
Right, I got horse semen all over my pants, and I gotta go to
And
work.
you know what? People know what that is. Like, right? Like, you come in with horse semen, people are gonna be like,
I've seen that.
we're gonna go this again, huh?
Right. I've been there, done that. buddy.
There's one
I
every
can
week.
smell it coming in.
It has that distinct horse semen smell.
You just can't replicate it with anything else.
Right.
No, you know what? Everyone here knows what it smells like.
So I go into work. I'm like, fuck it. I'm running late anyway. In retrospect, I should have called, gone home, and changed. What I actually did was walked into work smelling like gasoline.
It smells like gas.
And so eventually, I thought I had like scrubbed it out enough, and I'm like, all right, I can't smell this anymore. Right, that's fine.
Yeah.
So I go in and 2 hours into work, my supervisor comes up to me. He's like, "Why do you smell like gasoline?" And I said, "Well, I explained the situation." And he's like, "Okay, because all the clients are talking about how the building smells like gasoline, and we gotta do something." And so I'm like, "Fuck." Okay, so at work we
Should have
got
been like, because you really revved my engine.
so we have a washer and dryer in the basement because accidents happen sometimes.
Sometimes you just get horse semen.
I know all about accidents.
Yeah. I had to write up an incident report saying I got horse semen on my pants. And
again.
At least it's not in my mouth.
so we have spare clothes if in the event of such an accident, and so I have to basically go down to the laundry room, change my pants. The only shorts we have are about 2 sizes too small, so they're like hugging my thighs,
Like cutting in.
yeah, right here.
Daddy like.
They're like, yeah. No, I was rocking it. They were like halfway at my thighs. These like fucking women's tennis shorts. Yeah, my package is just like,
Oh
just
my
like,
god.
just like right there for
Dude,
everyone
stop.
to see.
You want to get fucked?
And to top this
Settle down.
off, my shoes and my socks also needed washed. So I was walking around barefoot in these fucking short shorts.
Oh my god. Presumably with a wet sponge.
Yeah,
Bringing it out.
yeah, just groping my man tits.
Yeah.
It's like a wet T-shirt contest happening.
Like a
in work that
1990s Budweiser ad.
And now this is an old fucking washer dryer combo, so this was like 3 hours that I was walking around like this, barefoot, in these fucking shorts.
You're like rocking a Baywatch.
I was rocking something. I was rocking officer Deputy Dangle from Reno 911.
Delicious.
Had the short shorts and he's got his package just hanging out. So that was my probably one of my worst days at work.
It's terrible.
Whatever did you do, man?
Listen, I know it looks embarrassing like I poured gas all over myself, but it's just horse jizz.
Don't worry. It's
Listen.
horse semen.
That's just my new gasoline cologne.
Like just
Called Ode to Gasoline.
like just walk into the break room with my fucking shorts and everything.
Hello, boys.
It's just fucking barefoot and be like, it's horse semen. And everyone's like, oh,
Okay, yeah,
been there.
That's
been
my
there.
new cologne.
Oh, were you-
Gassy Wassy.
What if you just walked in and someone's like, "Oh man, were you jacking off a horse? You smell like horse semen."
Oh, thank God, you're the only person who got it.
God, I smelled gas. AKA horse semen.
I'm trying to turn my girlfriend on, who incidentally is also a horse.
Dave, you got an embarrassing story?
You know what? I had one. And
I
lost
have
it.
several. You want me to
Yeah.
get? I got several embarrassing
It's
stories.
really, most
Dave,
of these,
you just are an embarrassing.
I really am.
ones-
Every day's a shame. For
You know,
me.
if given enough time, I know I can think of more.
Yeah.
I have plenty.
But the only ones that come to mind are the time I was trying to get a milk ring off the carton with a pair of scissors and stabbed myself right through the
hello.
thumb.
Jesus. God.
And also the time I was playing with a stapler and stapled my thumb.
Yeah, I've done
my
that.
thumbs have been through a lot.
Yeah,
Jesus,
I've been there.
Mary, Mother of God.
Yeah, I got one. All right, I got several actually.
We got time.
Yeah. All the time in the fucking world.
Yeah.
A lot of these stories are going to involve my dad.
Okay.
Laughing at me.
Yeah.
I
know where one of these goes.
Yeah,
I love that.
yeah. So there's a couple of these that involve my dad like being concerned and then laughing.
Yeah.
So like, all right, we'll start with childhood trauma because this is a good place to go for embarrassment.
Right.
Yeah.
I was maybe like 8 years old, And we just got this bird feeder that we put out in the maple tree in the front yard. And, we were trying to get hummingbirds and stuff in there because I was 8 and I was cool when I was 8.
Yeah.
And I came home. I remember, my mom picked me up from my grandma's house one day. And I came home and I was going to, fill the bird feeder up. So I brought the seed out.
With what?
This is an important point. You can't skip this, buddy.
Weirdly enough, also with horse semen.
This time with gas, and it smelled like horse semen.
But it was flammable this time.
I was trying to make flaming hummingbirds.
So then I poured it flame retardant on it.
Oh, this is going to be good. The hummingbirds are going to catch on fire. I'm going to hit some flame retardant.
And they're going to have problems with education.
What?
Because of the retardant.
Jesus Christ.
You really have to explain being a hummingbird.
Well, because of being on fire, too. That would also...
Yeah, that makes it hard to learn things as well.
Sure.
Teacher, can I be excused? I'm on fire?
No, you need a hall pass.
What was that from?
You mean, may I be
It's like a
excused?
Family Guy thing.
Maybe.
Somebody was on fire.
Might be.
So anyway.
Probably Justin Timberlake.
Yeah. Sounds like something he'd do.
Yeah.
Fucking light himself on fire.
SNL or something.
So I was, I go over to this bird feeder and I noticed that, there was a little chunk of old bird seed that got stuck up underneath there.
Yeah.
So I'm 8. And
So
I'm
you gotta finger that.
You gotta
hole
finger
in.
it. Yeah, you gotta
Yeah, just hook it up in there.
You
Yeah,
gotta
right.
impregnate that bird.
Yeah, you gotta.
Put your seed in.
Yeah, you gotta do this
As it
thing,
were.
and But I stuck my finger in there to kind of unpry this.
Yeah.
And then I went to. It had one of those little plastic things in there where the birds could get the seed, but they couldn't climb in, and then.
Yeah.
So it's
live
like
in the seed.
it's like if stuff gets in there, it can't fall back out. There's a little plastic thing in there that stopped it. So I stuck my finger in there. And I couldn't get my finger back out. And I'm sitting there, and I'm trying to
Now I presume you knew at the time how this system worked.
Classic.
Where
Yes.
if something it can't come back out once the thing is
Oh, I did. I
like
did.
a vending machine.
I definitely did. And I'm trying to. And I remember, it was one of those things where, your mom knows best. She told me, she's like, I said, oh, there's something stuck in there. She's like, well, don't stick your finger in there because it's going to get stuck.
Yeah.
And
Moms are smart ladies.
Yeah.
You can't tell me what to do.
And I did. And then, I didn't want to tell her, hey, my finger's
She'd
stuck.
be disappointed.
She'd be real disappointed.
Right.
My God.
Man, I'm ashamed of you, son.
Isn't that weird?
I'm ashamed of you. I know, man. I'm an idiot.
Isn't that a weird thing? You're not going to get in trouble. It's just your mom's going to know you were a dumbass for
Sure.
a split second.
Well, that was it. What it was. It was just embarrassing. And and she's finally like, "Are you coming in?" She leaned out the door, "Are you coming in?" And I'm like, "I'm stuck," and I'm panicking at this point, and I'm half in tears because it's been 5 minutes with my finger
I don't
stuck.
think you're ever gonna eat again.
So she's like, I pulled the bird feeder down, and she's like, "All right, well, let's go see if your dad can help." His dad's a paramedic, and he's good at getting bird feeders unstuck somehow. I guess. Sure,
Zoom?
whatever. So I walked in there, and I'm like, "Dad, I need help." And he's like, "What? What happened?" And he turns around. He's laying on the couch watching TV, and he turns around, and I come in there holding a bird feeder on my finger. And he stopped. He looks at me. He looks at the bird feeder. He looks back at me. And he just starts laughing. He just goes like dads do. He's just like, and I'm so embarrassed and I'm crying. And she's going, my mom's going, "Stop it, Dave, stop it." And he's like, "Way to go, man!" And he's just laughing at me the whole time. And I'm like, "It's not funny, all right?" But yeah, I had to it's that moment of, I can't wait till I'm a dad so I can just embarrass the shit out of my kids.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
That's half the fun of being a
But
dad, I
yeah,
imagine.
but lo and behold, after 10 minutes and some Crisco.
Right.
Oh yeah.
10 minutes and some Crisco.
10 minutes,
Chris Brady story.
10 minutes and some Crisco with my dad.
Yeah, it's fun to have kids.
And a bird.
That's the thing, kids will always surprise you with the stupid shit they do.
Gotta find the right man.
Yeah.
What is it? It's just actually, it was just that embarrassing thing. And it's my dad, knowing that I'm a dumbass and then, laughing about it. But my first memory is of embarrassment. I was like 1.5 years old, laying in my bed, and my dad just changed my diaper, and I shit myself right after he changed the diaper. That's the first thing I remember is my dad just being like, "Why didn't you tell me you had to go? I would have changed your diaper." And I'm like, "I'm sorry," and that's the first memory I have.
You're like a year and a half.
Yeah, like one of pure shame
One of
in a
my
diaper.
first memories, I had a onesie pajamas, and my dad would get me them, and one time he zipped in my peen.
Oh no!
And
Are you serious?
He was like, "Oh!" And I was like,
That's
Are you serious?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Dude, well, that's the thing. Like, every guy does that at some point. And
Oh my god. I remember it, just zipped around it and kept going.
it's bad.
And I
It's
was
bad.
like, oh my god.
That's horrible.
Like,
There's nothing you can do.
we ain't ever getting this out of here.
Yeah. I remember.
We ain't ever getting these 10 inches out.
No, I remember.
1 years old.
I did that one time, and it was bad. Like, I had to have my grandpa come in and help me.
I had to get all the family.
I had to have help, right? Exactly. No, I was like 6 or 7, and I remember my grandpa came in because nobody else knew what to do, and he's like, "All right, first of all, don't panic. Everybody does this at some point."
Even girls.
Even girls.
They all zip their penises up.
Don't worry. Your grandma zipped her penis up last week. I took care of it just fine.
Grandma zipped her what up?
Nothing. I had to get help. Like, it was up above. It was like nutsack above the penis. Yeah, that's an image.
Wait, so you mean you brought the nutsack up is what
over
happened?
the penis? Yeah. So Well,
Why?
I don't know. It was It was like a quick It was like something about Mary without the semen in the hair.
As far as we know.
As far as we know. But no, yeah, I had to get
It's
help.
alright, guy.
Don't worry, we're gonna take care of this.
You're not in trouble.
Oh, man.
All right, Dave, give me an embarrassing story.
Oh,
I
God.
just thought of another one.
Yeah, I thought of one, which this is not, I don't know if this is a good one or not, but I remember being in middle school and being at my grandparents' place. I think we were having like a 4th of July party. And they still had this high chair from my sister being over at my grandma's because she's 9 years younger than me or something like that. Right?
Yeah.
So they had this high chair, and I was in middle school, and I thought it'd be funny to sit in the high chair, haha, I'm in middle school and I'm in a high chair, isn't that real funny, right? And it was just supposed to be a goof, and then I kind of got stuck in it.
Yeah.
Because it had a sliding tray that went on the
Babies are
front.
supposed to sit in them.
I've done that with the fucking the baby carriers and shopping carts.
Yeah.
I've done that. I've gotten
Why are
stuck
you
in
guys
those
all
things.
sitting in them?
I'm not really sure why. I don't know. I thought it would be funny.
Resistant to change.
Grown men aren't supposed to sit in them. Those are for children.
It was when I was 6.
But I couldn't get under the thing to hit the buttons, and my family was aware of this, and they had taken photos
Oh, yeah.
by the time I could get
Nice.
them. And they promised me that they were going to humiliate me with it later.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, my uncle brought that photo to my high school graduation.
Nice.
party.
Christ
Nice.
almighty.
Yeah.
Even after the allegations.
Oh my
I
god.
remember that one. I remember being like, "There's no way they'll still have that."
Nice. No,
Yeah.
no, they
did.
definitely have that.
They waited.
They're gonna have it at your wedding. They're gonna
Yeah.
have it at your funeral.
They have promised, and I believe them.
Oh yeah,
It'll
you
come
have to.
back.
Once you have ammo on your family, you got to use it.
Yeah, sure.
So I used to live across the street from.
Oh, it's my turn. No, it's okay.
Yeah, you got a story?
Yeah.
Do I have a story?
Do I? Do
I
I?
always have a story. This one's got a twist.
Oh
I'm
boy,
gonna add my
perfect.
Shyamalan on this.
I love stories.
I hope
but
it's
I
a
love
twist of
twists.
lime.
So, in kindergarten, Aladdin just came out.
Oh, yeah.
Aladdin was the biggest craze.
Have
All,
you
It was
guys
the biggest
heard of
movie
Aladdin?
ever.
all the kids were doing it.
All the kids were
doing
exploring the
Alright.
Cave of Wonders.
Yeah.
If you know what I'm
And
saying.
by it, I mean Robin Williams.
No, but too soon. But alright, so anyway, there was this one kid. He dressed up for Aladdin for Halloween, I keep looking at the mic. Like,
Yeah, I know everybody.
I don't know who to look
like,
at, so I just look at the mic. Like, I'm telling you the story, buddy. You're gonna like this.
You know what? I noticed that everybody does that. You just look talking to the people.
I'll bring it back. You can get another drink.
You're gonna like this. Okay. So anyway, this one kid, we were putting on a play of Aladdin like at the end of the year, and since he had the costume, they're like, "You're Aladdin," and this kid was obsessed. He had everything Aladdin, and the one day it was like the day of our play. Like the play was at night. It was after school, but he had this like real fancy Aladdin sweater. It looked like it was hand knitted. Like
Holy shit!
And the teacher was, oh my god, I'm squeaking so much.
I know that chair's real.
Yeah, you know what? That's what I was hearing. Is the chair.
That's our Siege Perilous.
But the teacher and everybody was just like, oh man, we'll just call him
Billy.
Willie. And they were like, Willie, like, oh man, that's a nice shirt. And he was just like, yeah, it's my Aladdin sweater. And he was just like showing off, and like I didn't give a shit about Aladdin, except those color changing Aladdin cups from Burger King. Those were dope.
Oh, I remember those.
Yeah, those were dope.
Fuck yeah, those were
Don't
sweet.
get it. But he was just like showing off, and he's like, yeah, Corey, you wish you had an Aladdin sweater like this. And I was like, nah, I don't give a shit, because that's how I was cool as fuck. Like, that's how I talk. And he was just like, I remember me and him somehow, we were both in the bathroom, and like we were both peeing in the stall, and he's going like,
The same stall?
peeing, well, not stalls, not stalls.
We were pissing in one toilet.
Urinals.
Crossing the streams?
We were playing lightsabers.
Yeah.
No. But you were both peeing in different urinals. He's just like, yeah, you're real jealous of this sweater. And like, I just turned around mid-pee and just was like, man, that's what I think of your sweater. And I just got pee all over him. He was like, no, not my sweater. And he was like, no, I'm gonna pee on you. And I'm like, no, I'm done. And I like T-1000 down the hallway. And he came in, and he sat down, and the teacher was like, you should wear that to the premiere tonight, Willie. And he was like, because little did she know that I just peed all over that fucking
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's what I thought of that fucking sweater. Bitch, I wasn't embarrassed at all. I was
gonna say this isn't an embarrassing story.
It was embarrassing for that fucker.
Next story.
Wait, this one's 2 seconds. Wait, let me throw this one out here.
Do it.
I remember this summer in high school, I was playing Max Payne 2. And,
Great game.
And nah, I hate it. But, no, but my dad. Usually I was home all by myself, but my dad was off. He had like week of vacation, so he was sleeping in like his bedroom or whatever. And I was playing it in the living room, and I was like scratching my ear with this like this lead pencil with like the white erasers that pop off.
Yeah.
And I had the eraser in my ear because I used to like be like, try to get wax on it.
Yeah,
be
yeah.
like, got that out.
Yeah.
And the fucking eraser came off in my ear, and I was like, oh shit. And I like woke my dad up. I'm like, hey dad, this is gonna sound weird. I was like, but that eraser's in my ear. Like, can you get it out? And luckily he got it out, and it was covered in wax. Because it was deep in there.
Oh man, that's
it was like deep impact in there.
God, that sounds terrible.
My hand just went numb.
What?
Maybe it's all that shame coming back.
It's all that embarrassment.
How many of you guys have ever accidentally gone into the women's restroom and not realized it until later?
Oh yeah. You're like mid shit. You're like, oh wait a minute.
It's all nice in here.
No, I didn't do that. One time I went in the men's, and they thought no one was in there, and like these girls started like cleaning. Like, while I was like doing my business,
There you go.
and I was like, hello, and they were like, ah!
Yeah, I gotta put some googly eyes on this microphone.
Oh, there you go. Look at that.
Yeah, I thought this might help.
Okay.
Yeah, this
Nice.
sounds probably really good right now.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Just in case you guys want to stare at something, you guys. There you go.
There we go.
The microphone has. Oh no!
So you just knocked one of the eyes
Oh
off.
no! Oh god!
Oh no!
Fucker.
I'm all broken up.
Here, I just thought that would help you guys make eye contact with the mic at some point.
All right, I got
So-
a.
so,
go ahead. Go ahead.
But no, I not only have I've done that maybe 2 or 3 times in my life, but the worst was when I was in Washington D.C. with my dad and my brother, and I was swimming in the pool. They were
President.
Yeah, they were.
I'm sorry.
And then he grabbed me by the pussy.
Also, what was that pool filled with, buddy?
Hey,
We never got to answer.
Gasoline.
Did you see that picture of Trump looking right at the eclipse?
Yeah, what an idiot.
You know what? I bet like some Democrat posts on Twitter. They're like, I bet that fucking pussy Trump is too big of a pussy to look right at the eclipse. And he was like, fuck you.
that.
Fuck that.
Fuck
I'm
you,
looking right at
Apollo.
That's probably what happened.
So my dad and my brother, I was the only one in this pool. My dad and my brother were back up in the room. And I went in to change and use the bathroom. I was in there like a good 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And I came out and the lifeguard on duty, he's just like, "Hey dude." And he points at the door behind me and I see above it just says women and like I start freaking out like, "You can't tell anybody! Please don't tell anybody!"
You're like, yeah, what's the problem?
Yeah, I know.
What are you saying?
Oh my god, that's terrible.
Funny.
To his credit, he did promise not to tell anyone. I'm sure he did, but it's like, well, you know, what the fuck ever.
He was like, don't worry, man. Then as soon as you left, he's like, hey, some fucking kid just walked into the woman's room.
What a kid.
Hold on, guys. I got
What a
the
little
security
kid.
footage. He just walked right in.
Making a little kid mistake.
What an idiot.
Look at this idiot.
All right, I got another one where my dad laughed at me.
I think it's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, this is probably the one that you're thinking of. I was going to his house. This is when my parents are divorced.
Mm-hmm.
I was a child of divorce, which is why I'm depressed and I cut myself.
Oh, that's great.
They weren't divorced in that last story, though.
What happened?
Can you produce the official divorce certificate?
Did filling up that bird seed or did it?
Did you fill it up with gasoline?
Yeah, was you getting your fingers
Oh.
stuck the impetus for your parents'
Smells like horse
divorce?
semen. Hummingbirds are gonna love this.
The ultimate renewable fuel.
No, I was going like to his apartment to pick up the
Patent on horse semen fuel
what's
car.
the thing I'm looking for? The check that you give.
Oh, is that
Alimony.
like child
No,
support?
Child support. That's the one.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, we were going out to dinner, and she's like, "Oh,
Protection.
my dad called me. He's like, "Oh, hey, if you guys want to stop on your way over, I have the child support check for your mom." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." So I went up there to pick it up.
Before you go further, can I just say it's real sweet that your dad called and was like, "Please come get the child support check."
Yeah, no.
That's just real nice.
Yeah, no. Well,
What
like,
a- that's
what a
that's so good.
It's
They're, like,
almost
civil.
like he's a good father or something.
Yeah,
right?
It's just nice to think about in general.
But yeah, we stopped there to pick it up, and I'm at the top of his like apartment complex, and like it's at Central Park in Austintown, so like the building's far away from the parking lot.
Yeah.
And it was real dewy on the grass, like it had just rained, and it was like there's a lot of condensation on the grass, and like the lot's down here, it sits a little lower than the top of the building, and there's a stone path. And this is when I was younger and in shape, and you know, a dumbass. I was like 17 years old.
Right.
And I just started running. Like my mom's in the car, and I started running from the top of the door down towards the car, and I could see my mom in the car going like, "No, don't do that." Again, like mom telling me, "Hey, don't do that."
Yeah.
And she's like waving, like going like, "No, don't do that. It's wet outside. You're gonna slip and kill yourself." And lo and behold, I got like 10 or 12 steps away from the car, and my feet just went out from under me, and I flew through the air parallel, like a Looney Tune, like, you know, Bugs Bunny just flying across
You went
for
to
way
a
too
parallel
long.
dimension.
Of falling.
You should have grabbed successful step by step from Cody from there.
You should.
He would have kept me on my feet.
Cody could have helped.
You should have taken the artful acrobatics feat when you leveled
Dude, I
up.
bet when you stood up, you were feeling woozy.
No, I slipped, and like my feet went out from under me, and I traveled in the air like this for way too long.
Yeah.
Just like parallel with the ground, and I started descending.
That's like that.
No,
and in the background, you start hearing Gary Jules like all around me, a familiar face.
And, like, my feet left me, and I was at a dead sprint. Like, I was going about as fast as I could have gotten from that point. And I'm flying through the air, and I'm thinking, like, oh, fuck, this is going to hurt. And I smashed right shin first into the front bumper of my mom's car. Yeah. And I did, like, I can't explain it to you. Like, I hit, like, with my knees like this and went, and, like, whoa. Like, I ended
collided and rolled around.
I ended up facing, like, I hit it and then I went around. Like, I ended up facing the opposite direction. My head was the opposite way. And you can hear it from... I'm sure the entire complex. I just bashed into the front bumper, and I slid and I rolled, and I'm laying on the gravel and the pavement, and it like immediately my leg just swelled and went numb. And I'm laying there, and I can hear my mom in the car to my left, like frantically trying to open the driver's side door because she thought I just killed myself. And then I'm laying there like this. Jesus. I see, like, my dad's on the second floor, and I see the blinds for the apartment fly open. I don't see him, but I see the blinds, like, fly open, like, he's like, holy shit. You know? And I get up, and my mom finally, like, gets out of the car as I'm, like, you know when something terrible just happens to you, and you're shaky, and you're, like, you know.
Yeah.
So, I got up, and I got in the car, and she's like, Jesus Christ, are you okay? And I'm like, I just get in the car. I'm like, just let's go. Like, let's go. She's like, are you okay? And I'm like, it's one of those things like where you know when you get hurt and you don't want anybody to fucking bother you or ask you if you're okay.
Yeah.
It was one of those things of like, just fucking drive, please. Like, just please go. Just let me be injured. You know. And then like we're get down the road and I get a call from my dad and he did the same thing. He's like, Jesus Christ, are you okay? Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, Dad. Again. Yeah.
God, he's just everywhere. God.
I know. God,
they're everywhere.
The Lord. But he's like, are you all right? You know. And I'm like, yeah, I'm all right. He's like, how's your leg? Is it broken? Or he's like, what's going on? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, it's swelled up. It's really numb. And he's like, but you're okay. And I said, yeah, I'm fine. And then there's a pause on the phone, and I just hear him go. And he's like, I gotta tell you, that was the funniest thing I've seen in a while. he's like, you just like flew for like 10 feet. And I'm like, I know, that was pretty bad. But he's like, all right, man. He's like hanging up the phone. He's still laughing when he hangs up the phone. But he's like waited to see if I was okay, and then he just starts like, losing it on the other end.
It's a real dad thing to do.
So yeah, I really like the moral of that story is don't run when the grass is wet. I really fucked up my shin. I can't feel anything on the front part of my shin. There's a whole bunch of like bruised scar tissue up there, so I can't feel anything here.
Yeah. On the other side of what? His shin?
Yeah. Well, the grass is always green on the other side of not doing that.
Yeah, no, this, I can't feel this.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's completely dead.
Are we allowed to tell stories about secondhand embarrassment about other people at this table?
Absolutely.
When Dave walked over there. What
an I was gonna say I actually have one. It was my 21st birthday.
Oh, okay.
It turned out to be actually kind of embarrassing.
I wasn't there for that. I was thinking about the time that I got a flat tire, and we were out in the driveway trying to replace the wheel, trying to get the lug nuts off. We had the thing on the lug nut, and we were like trying to like kick it, and you kicked the thing, and it stripped the entire lug nut right off the wheel. Right. And we're just sitting there staring at it.
Is it not the nut, like the bolt going through, broke off of the wheel itself?
Right. Yeah. So like the shaft of this nut is like still in the
yeah. So the nut shaft is broken everywhere.
Man, you better get your life,
baby. Nut shaft.
Did you get your nut?
Well, that was stuck in the tool. See, the nut was stuck in the tool, so he didn't get it.
So we couldn't touch it in the shaft.
Tell me more about this shaft.
So yeah, it completely stripped.
He's a bad man.
It completely stripped the head of this bolt off of the thing, and we're just staring at it like for remember it's like 5 seconds. We're just staring at it, I remember I just started laughing like of all the things to happen, this is the thing that happened.
I felt so bad.
It was, I mean, AAA came. It was, it was all good.
Yeah.
It was all fine.
I just felt.
That's why.
Jesus Christ! Like I'm trying to help, and
There he is again.
That Jesus fella. What's his deal anyway? What did he ever do for us?
Keep God out of the Three Dude podcast.
We are the Holy Trinity
I
here.
remember this one time, Dave was quite embarrassing. He was in middle school, and I was taking a test. Like,
is this for real?
Dave was giving this presentation. I didn't really know him then, but he's giving this presentation for reading class. I had study hall, but I had to make up a test, so I was in her room taking a test.
Yeah.
And Dave was like doing some presentation about like computers, and like she was like, okay, start. And Dave was like,
What are you talking about? There's no way this happened.
Yes, she did. And you were like making like dial-up noises. And you were like, these are the sounds of your computer.
I don't remember
And then
this.
at the end, she critiqued the shit out of it.
Really?
And you were like, maybe I shouldn't have did those sounds. And I was like, who is this guy?
Can this story even be true? Because I don't know.
True?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah,
It was that Frank Ohl.
you remember that presentation about the computers?
He had a
6th grade, man. Come on.
Come on. He had a poster board up, and I remember one kid had like video game covers on his poster board, but Dave started and he was like, I'm like, I don't know whatever, computery sounds.
Oh man,
and I was just like, this fucking guy, this loser.
Yeah, I'm sure it probably happened if you swear by it, but I don't remember this at all. Chris, do you want to humiliate me too? I mean, we can go for the 3.
Oh, well, you should talk about the fish tank story.
Which fish tank story?
The one where you slipped and fell.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was a good one.
That's a good
That
one.
was really embarrassing.
Yeah.
I mean, it would have been embarrassing if anyone was there, but more that I was just glad I survived. Because this is when I was living in my old apartment. I had this fish tank that was like 20 feet away from the kitchen, so changing the water was like a pain in the ass, right? So I got this system that you hook up to your sink, and then you flip the switch one way and it sucks water out. And you flip the switch the other way, and it pushes water into the tank. So it actually uses like water flowing past one valve to pull water out of the fish tank, which I thought was kind of cool.
That's neat.
That's a system.
That's one hell of a system. So I'm I'm like in my underwear. I'm in the apartment by myself, and I'm changing the fish tank and just like having an ordinary time. And I go to shut the water off on the end that I'm holding, and the thing breaks, and water starts splashing all over my apartment. Right? So it's spraying on the walls and in the carpet. And I'm like, oh no! I can't undo it. So I go to run into the kitchen, and again, I'm in my underwear and I don't have socks on.
God, these stories are sexy, dude.
Well, the water
We got short shorts, we got underwear.
We got shit on plate
we got
equipment.
shit
We got bird
everywhere.
semen. We got Dad and Crisco.
So the water gets the kitchen before I do. So as my foot hits the kitchen floor, it then goes immediately back up. And I slip out. I do like the cartoon flip upside down thing. And I land on my back. And as I do, I knocked a pot on the
Saw
stove.
Jesus.
So a pot on the stove wobbles and goes to fall off, and it's coming right for my face. My ace.
My ass!
And I move my head just fast enough to miss the pot that comes at the floor next to my head.
Another pot hit you right in the...
God
And
almighty.
then 2 pots hit me in the balls.
This is like how that teacher died in Final Destination,
You were like,
man.
woo, dog.
Yeah. Well, lucky that one.
Each one had a different ball dead on.
Handle first.
By the handle, yeah. Just like one ball and then the other ball.
Oh!
Dave.
I hit both! Oh no!
Dave, do you remember that time we got wings? This is another Dave. He's so stupid. Oh my god, what an idiot.
Christ.
That's right, I got one about Chris.
I've been doing the podcast with you boys.
He's back. Jesus. No, you remember we got wings that one time, and that lady came up and was like, do you guys have any money? Like, I don't have any gas. And I was like, nah, I don't have any money. Dave was like, I'll give you $5.
Yeah.
You guys, no, I need a ride to go buy like a gas can and like some other equipment.
That turned terrible.
Dave ended up taking this lady to go buy like
you told me about that.
He bought this lady like a gas can and like some other shit.
It was terrible. Well, later I realized how she got me was she started with, "You guys aren't racist, are you?" And I was like, no, of course not.
Of course I'm not a racist.
So then she was like, well, here's what I'm going to ask you to do. And I was like, I'll do literally anything to prove I'm not a racist.
And I was just like, I don't have any money.
Yeah, right. You were like out of there while I was on the way to Walmart. That woman ended up grabbing me by the thigh, by the way.
Yeah,
and I was like, nope.
Yeah,
please.
and then you came back. Like, I waited or something. You were like, I think I just got robbed. We had to go back to Walmart, and you were like, did anybody just return a gas can? They're like, no. He's like, all right, maybe she really did run out of gas.
No, yeah, I think
he ended up like spending $20 on this lady.
What she ended up doing was asking to buy. She said she ran out of oil, so she bought like several quarts of oil.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
And a gas can. I remember.
I'm also out of gas too.
I'm out of all
I need
fluid.
power steering.
I'm all out of peach Snapple.
But then that's why she grabbed at your thigh.
horse
She was
semen.
like all fluids.
Yeah.
Including horse semen.
And lemonade.
Yeah.
All right, Ben. You want to embarrass me? You got one about me?
Yeah, remember when we were playing Eternal Darkness? And the disc stopped working.
Yeah.
So we had our old YouTube show. We had three dudes play, and we were doing one of my favorite games, Eternal Darkness, for the GameCube, and the disc suddenly stopped working.
Yeah.
And it was like the disc cannot be read, and you guys were totally convinced that this was like one of the as your character's sanity goes down, the game starts fucking with you.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, this is
Something's wrong with the disc.
It was actually real, yeah. Like the thing just wasn't fucking working.
Yeah.
And so your girlfriend,
Yes. Yeah.
Trisha, had baked a bunch of cookies.
They were pumpkin chocolate chip cookies. She makes them every year.
They were really good.
They're fucking delicious. Yeah.
But they were in this big tin, and
I'm like, I thought you said big tit.
She's just like she had a big tit full of cookies.
God, she's wonderful to us.
a girlfriend whose breasts produce cookies. That was like the perfect. Yeah.
Shoot a couple in a bowl.
Yeah.
That's the sound of tits.
I didn't say that.
Oh, there's.
I said she put him
That's like exactly what you
in
said.
a big
actually.
tit, like, oh, let's go get to some cookies from that tit.
I'm picturing like a giant tit on a conveyor belt and like da 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 da. Just like laying down cookies.
A fresh twist on that I Love Lucy episode.
Yeah.
There's a pun in here somewhere. I'm just trying to find it.
That's all right.
I love titties. I don't. I'm just.
This is the dumbest episode ever. Oh my god.
Tits ahoy!
Is it or is it
So anyway,
best?
the nipple wafers.
Nipple wafers.
Nippa wafers. Napa wafers.
Oh my god.
All right, go ahead.
Wait, that's just auto parts, dog.
So anyway, while this chaos is going on and our episode is being ruined by the faulty disc.
She put it in a gigantic bucket-sized tin.
Yeah.
by the way,
Chris goes up and gets this bucket, and then comes back carrying this bucket, going, "No, we're good," and then sits down on my futon and immediately it just snaps. It's the wood underneath just completely
shattered.
snaps.
With my self-esteem.
Like suddenly Chris is just like 6 inches lower than he was before.
Yeah.
And there's like 3 seconds of silence where we just look at each other and just start laughing our asses off.
It's like, we're good. Well, it's like, holy shit! It's like we're all like, oh, holy shit! Oh! And I think it's like, oh my good God, Jesus!
Oh my good God, Jesus!
Right.
Yeah.
And then there's
There he
silence.
is again.
He's here. There's silence on the microphone, and then just like uncontrollable laughter.
Oh my god,
That's how we got that couch right there.
Chris bought this couch as a replacement for the futon.
Yep.
It
It is a nice couch.
I think for the upcoming break, we got to put the audio clip of that.
Yeah. If we can find that.
I still have
another
it.
break.
Yeah, we have
we have
another break.
We're not done. We're still going, man.
Damn.
There's like a whole other hour and a half of this podcast.
No.
A whole other. Yeah.
I think probably more like 45 minutes.
No, like another hour and a half at least.
What are you talking about? How long are they?
No, we got like another.
Yeah, you're full of
like
shit.
another 3 hours.
The
It's been 2 hours.
Yeah. God, that I mean,
I thought that was your phone for a second. It's like, what the fuck?
next break, I'm hitting that chair with WD-40 hard.
Oh, I'm gonna hit it hard.
Squeaky wheel gets the grease, eh? Squeaky wheel gets the horse semen. Anyway, that's
We should put that sound clip in there for people who haven't heard it.
we have embarrassed ourselves. We have embarrassed each other. What do you say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got one more, I think, that I'm going to throw out there. This is
Yes.
like a dual embarrassment. This is me and a friend of mine. This one does not involve my dad laughing at me, although if he listens to this later, he's probably going to...
That's what fart app.
You just pulled up an app full of farts just now?
Yeah.
It's got a hand grenade on
It's
it.
got a hand grenade. Farts.
Oh my god.
So
This is so
So
awful.
yeah, this one, unless my dad's listening to this later, he's not gonna laugh about this, but he might. So we were. It was. You gotta understand. My friend and I used to do this thing on his birthday every year because the first time I ever got him stoned was on his birthday.
Your dad?
Yeah.
It's illustration to get my dad's stuff.
There he is.
No, like I got.
Oh, hey, son. I'm so glad you're doing this podcast.
Oh, Dad, that's great. But no, like I got my.
Come on in, Mr. Brady. Oh, the Brady bunch.
But I got my friend stoned.
More problems.
I got my friend stoned every year for his birthday, and this one year, his birthday was late September, and we used to have this spot in Boardman Park that we used to go to. And are you okay?
I put my head down so I don't cause any more problems.
This is a weird episode.
So I got it like his birthday's late September, so we went out, and Boardman Park was doing their Oktoberfest, which I call bullshit on because it was in September. So there's no reason for them to be doing that.
Not fair.
So we couldn't go to our normal smoking spot in Boardman Park, so we ended up dipping into the woods in Mill Creek Park down the road, and there's still a bunch of
Like you
people
do.
there, like you do, yeah. But we figured, like, all right, well, we'll walk down this path. It was like a big, wide trail where you could still drive cars down.
I'm gonna try to find some like nature sound.
Okay. But like we that's a dog.
Yeah. Well, he was out there in the park.
But no, we go out there, we dip into the woods, and we're like, 50. We like walk a couple hundred feet down the path, 50 feet into the woods, and we start smoking. And we're like 4 bowls deep at this point, and we're just getting super stoned. And all of a sudden, you see this like car. You see this car like drive past down the path down there, and then we're like, what is that? And then you see the cop lights hit. There you go.
Turn it up a little.
It's as low as it's gonna go.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, we can do this in post, guys.
But so we're back there. We see the cop lights, and I'm smoking. And my friend's like, "Oh shit!" And like being the good friend that I am, I handed him. I threw like the bowl and like what was left of the pot that I had in my hand at him, and I just ran. I just turned around and I started running because like fuck that noise.
Yeah,
You know what
right.
I mean? I don't want to be any part of that. So we started running. We're running through the woods, and we hear the car door open and then shut. So we're just like. Jim Ross.
Yeah.
Jim Ross was there too.
Say some other things.
But no, we're running through the woods and we're like bolting, and there comes Michael Bolton.
Yeah.
We come across this stream and we leap over it, and it's filled with these real tall reeds. And as we run through, we both have shorts on. I like jumped over this thing, and I don't know if it was like poison sumac or it was thorny or if there was like a colony of really quick fire ants on there that just bit me at once. But it was like this immediate thorny burning pain on my legs. Yeah. And my friend was like 7 steps behind me. My friend was like 7 steps behind me, and I hear him. It's okay. I hear him go like as he jumps through the reeds, and we're like, okay, we finally like regroup, we gather ourselves, and we're like, oh god, I think we lost him, you know. And he's like, should we hide the pot? And I had like 1.5 ounces of pot on me, and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna hide the pot. It's like a felony charge.
Put my phone over there, guys.
It's okay. It's like a felony charge worth of pot, and I'm like, I probably should have, in hindsight, just like went back for it later, but I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
So we walk out, and like when we get back on the path, we realize that we only went like 75 feet from where we were. We ran for like 4 minutes. Yeah. So we like ran and then like did a couple loops.
And there was a pot tree.
Like I'm picturing this like a family circus cartoon where it's like the dotted line showing.
Yeah, there's all over.
There's like a bag of weed somewhere in the woods.
Family circus. They never went to the damn circus. On that cartoon.
But like we got out there and
assholes.
We like
went to the goddamn.
I don't think I ever did see him go to the circus.
I know.
Nary a time.
Maybe if someone did, it was like one person when they didn't go to the family.
Yeah, Jeffy wore a clown costume. That's about it.
Did you ever see the Christmas special Family Circus where he just keeps seeing his like dead grandpa?
No. What?
He's
my God. Hold on, what?
And Jeffy's like his dad's real depressed, like, because he can't find, like, the family star, like, to put on the Christmas tree.
Yeah.
And, like, it was, like, the grandpa's favorite star, and then, like, dead grandpa's like, hey, Jeffy, it's up here on the shelf. And Jeffy's has it. He's like, where'd you get it? He's like, dead grandpa, get it.
Oh, my gosh. Family Circus is weird.
And I was like... Christmas!
Yo,
Sarah's coming.
Yo, that mom though, she got it going on.
Yeah. She's got torpedo.
Yo, fucking.
I was like, why does this dad stick around?
She got that.
I'm like, oh.
She got that Natalie Imbruglia haircut, like.
She's torn.
Oh man.
That's her, right?
Right, yeah.
All right. Anyway,
let's say where are we in this?
So we get out. Like long story short, no cop came and got us. But it's his birthday, and I'm supposed to be taking him out for a good time. We ended up running from the police.
Yeah.
I lost my wallet in the woods, so I couldn't buy his dinner. So he had to pay for me. And we had to go to Walgreens and get the biggest tub of poison ivy cream I've ever seen, which didn't help because I don't think we had poison ivy. We just like rubbed it on our swelling, burning, bloody legs.
Yeah, right. Which they're just like scratched up. Normal.
So it's like you get this big tub and we're like rubbing cream on our legs and we're like it's good for the. Ooh, that's sexy.
Wow. Damn, I'm boned up.
But yeah, it's like 15 seconds of relief where we go like,
oh my god.
So yeah, it was horrible. And we walked into the Chinese buffet and got weird looks because we were high and we had like the lifeguard amounts of cream on our legs. Like, you know, the lifeguard look where they have way too much sunscreen on everywhere, and it was horrible. And I had that rash for like 3 weeks, right up until now.
Did you ever find your wallet, or was it just gone?
No, I had to get a new wallet and a new ID.
I had to get a new life,
new social security card, new name. Yeah, it was horrible. It was horrible, and that was like the worst birthday ever. It's a good thing it wasn't my birthday. Or I felt bad about it.
I got another quick Dave one. I was with Dave this one time.
I think I do too, actually.
I was with Dave this one time, and Dave's like, hey, I want to do something you don't know about me. And I'm like, what is it, bro? And he goes, well, I visit orphanages. And I was like, Dave, you saint. I had no idea. So we head over to an orphanage. It's a terrible orphanage. So shitty.
It's terrible.
So Dave picks up all the kids from this shitty orphanage. And we're driving. And we drop all these kids off. And I go, Dave, where are we dropping these kids off? He goes, a shittier orphanage. He goes, that's what I do. I pick kids up from shitty orphanages and take them to even shittier ones. And I was like, you monster.
Oh my god.
That was the worst Christmas I've ever had.
Wow. I hoped you wouldn't tell anyone about that. But all right.
Oh no! Now everyone knows what I do on Christmas.
Cards are out on the table, huh?
So anywho.
Yeah. I think that about does it for the main.
All right. We'll be back in just a moment with the next part of our show that we also call the next part of our show.
And the last part of our show.
The last part of our show.
We should put some Luther Vandross.
Yeah. Yeah, we should get Luther Vandross on the show. This is the worst cushion.
Dude, it's so
It's
uncomfortable.
horrible.
Cody probably knows.
All right, we'll be back. All right, and
Pass it off.
Left off that. Very down south. Welcome back to Dave Blows It at the end.
shut the fuck up.
I'm him.
I'm Slam.
I'm the fuck up.
Shot the liver.
Shots fired. So are you gonna pass it off, or are you just gonna play it all your fucking self?
I'm gonna pass it off.
No, I'm fucking with you.
I'm just gonna
What? Wait, what? What?
I'm just gonna
Hold on a minute. No, this is not.
I just had a heart attack because I saw the capture.
No.
Wait a minute.
This is part of the ruse.
Are you sure?
This is
actually,
part of the ruse.
this might not be part of the
This
ruse.
is part of the ruse.
No, this actually might not be. It
No,
would've-
the fuck it isn't.
Wait a minute.
It would have.
Wait,
Come on.
Wait, is it dicking with me or is it for real?
No, it would have. It would have done something by now.
Then what are you?
Well, wait a minute.
Wait, hold on. Okay, I am sitting here thinking we should just keep doing a show and maybe this is it and the game's over. So, if this is part of the thing, you need to tell me now.
The last time I saved was in the middle of Anthony's chapter.
No.
This is not part of the thing. I'm telling you for real.
Okay.
I'm pressing every button,
Hey,
and if this was a sanity effect, it would have ended by now.
Wait, what do we do now?
Wait, we've never been in this situation before. What do we do if we're not playing games?
I guess we go outside.
I was
My
hoping,
God.
I was hoping for go insane. It would have fit with the theme of the game.
Yeah.
Jesus, Dave.
I mean, well,
Oh, yeah, good point.
what do you guys?
This is actually happening.
This is actually. I thought because I'm like, oh wait, no, we're going insane.
Let's keep this thing going.
Yeah, we're going.
I'm gonna hit restart.
That'll cut the footage
Welcome to Three Dudes Podcast.
because it will no longer have an input.
No, we're fine.
For real?
Yeah,
This is for real. I'm not shitting you. This is not a sanity effect.
We're good. We're good. Oh my good God, Jesus!
Okay, so let me just, because we're still recording, let me explain. Ham just sat down on the futon carrying a bucket of cookies, and his fat ass ripped through the thing. Wow. We are a bunch of assholes. Oh my God.
Well, the only place left to go from here is for my computer to explode. And I'm just waiting for when the inevitable...
Oh my God. Oh God. That is, oh my God. What even...
Next time on the Gloops show,
I get a new goddamn couch.
Dongers, dingers.
Dangles.
Here's what I'm socking, here's what I'm dingering.
oh, did you start it?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah,
We're on. Welcome back, everybody. We're gonna finish
God,
up.
that Luther Vandross.
Yeah,
how about Luther Vandross, ladies and
Wasn't
gentlemen?
that sick?
Woo!
Ladies and
Luther
gentlemen,
Vandross.
Mr. Luther Vandross.
Came all the way here to Youngstown, Ohio to record that for
Yeah,
us.
he totally did that live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's easy to do when he's your dad.
This is my dad, Luther Vandross. You might have heard of him or not.
Like, why isn't your name Vandross? Like, well, you know what I'd like? You shutting up.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
So recommendations.
We give recommendations every week.
Yeah.
Dave, let's start with you again. Let's catch you off
We're
guard.
gonna start with me.
We're gonna start with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can do that. I wasn't totally committed to one, but I have one.
That's Denzel Washington. Denzel
Okay,
Washington,
okay.
ladies and gentlemen. It's like, you got any recommendations?
Yeah, so I think, I mean, last week we were talking nostalgia. That was our topic.
Yeah.
We talked a lot of, like, you know, just like
Sure.
simpler times and stuff that just makes you
Sure.
feel nice, right? so anyway, I decided to pick back up on Mad Men,
Okay.
which is a show that I started watching and never finished.
You know, I heard that's a show faggots watch. I don't mean gay.
Wait, I thought it was Flankers.
I don't mean. No. I don't mean gay. I just mean, you know, the faggot.
Well, anyway, yeah. Yes, I'll say yes to that. So I started watching it again recently, and like it's a show that I always wanted to finish, and it kind of like had a lot of competition. And
It's got a lot of boobs, right?
There's some boobs in there.
Nice.
They're not naked boobies though.
Not very many.
They're just enough to keep you watching.
AMC, you know,
Yeah.
Right.
which stands for not many boobs.
That's just about right. But I don't know. It's a show that I really like because every episode does have like its own sort of self-contained story. Like every show has its episodes that are part of the season arc and episodes that are just their own arc.
Sure.
But I kind of feel like Mad Men, maybe more than most shows, kind of picks like a specific topic about the time and kind of addresses it as like one bundle.
Okay.
And so in that way, like every episode really just kind of feels like a short film in its own way. And it's a lot of fun to watch. I guess I don't have that much to say about it other than, especially now, it just kind of feels good to, you know, just watch something.
Sure.
Watch something about the past.
It's mad, man.
All these mad men being mad all the time, slurping oysters and punching broads. I don't know. I think that's basically the whole show.
Slurping
Punching-
oysters. And that's the
punching
three dudes
dames.
promise.
Because this ad's got whiskers on it. So that's how they talk, right?
Yeah, I think basically. Yeah.
It's got a lot of sauce. It's got a lot of moxie.
A lot of whiskers.
Got a lot of women.
All I
punching.
know is the whiskers.
Yeah. Like
This ad's good, but it needs more women getting punched.
That broad tried to get wise on me. I socked her right in the dinger.
Dingers. God, I love baseball.
so anyway, yeah. Well, watch Mad Men.
Good one, yeah.
I think it's a pretty decent show, and
I'll just say AMC has been killing it for a while.
yeah, they've had a couple of really great flagship series. I
Yeah.
mean, right now they're killing it with Better Call Saul,
Sure.
and they haven't been without a great show in a long time. So.
You know what I love on AMC? When they play Batman.
That is an American movie classic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love when they play that. What time's that coming on? What times does that come on? That'd be funny if just like every Saturday it was like, oh man, Batman's coming out again.
The same Batman with Jim Carrey.
Anyway, here's Batman.
Like, well, we can't add a new show. That time slot's reserved for Batman again. Oh, you're gonna play Batman Returns.
Same bat time.
No.
Same bat channel.
Like, you're gonna play Batman for. You're gonna play a different
AMC, anyway, here's Batman.
Yeah, Yeah, I think that's what AMC actually stands for.
God, that's my favorite thing on AMC.
All right, Ben, what do you got for us?
Batman.
All right, I want to recommend something that Dave and I watched not too long ago. One of the best bad movies I think either of us have ever seen is a movie. It's on Netflix right now. Go watch it. It's called Checkpoint.
Oh my god.
Checkpoint.
Blank check.
Yeah, Checkpoint features not stars, just features professional wrestler Bill Goldberg. And revolves around a homeless veteran who uncovers a terror plot in his sleepy little North Carolina town, wherein the terrorists are trying to kill veterans and also at some point are going to go under a tunnel to the White House and kill the president. I don't know.
Dude,
also
Goldberg's
dumplings.
Gonna spear the fuck
I was
out
gonna
of
say,
those terrorists.
if at some point Goldberg doesn't jackhammer somebody, I'm not watching
Oh
it.
no, there's some hand-to-hand combat involving Bill Goldberg.
It's amazing because in the same way that They Live featured a extended fight scene that is basically just weird wrestling. That
Two
didn't work.
big guys shouting at each other in an alley.
Yeah. Sort of this. That's this movie's equivalent is Bill Goldberg in the lead character.
Yeah, Checkpoint is stupidly patriotic.
It's amazing.
In a way that only one of these shitty indie films can be. Everything about it sucks. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's indirectly maybe even a little racist.
Yeah, well, not even just a little. It's like super racist, but like only the black guys in the movie are allowed to be racist.
Right, like that every once
they
in a
just
while.
do it for everyone else.
Yeah, every once in a while they'll say something that's like, "Hey, just in case you guys forgot, it was black. Here's a comment about the brothers."
Yeah, right.
And here.
Hey, what's Bill Goldberg up to lately? It's like he kind of disappeared into a bag of sand.
He was wrestling for a while.
Yeah, he was
He came out of that bag of sand. And
this
then
year's
won the title.
WrestleMania.
If you
there's
could find the Bill Goldberg, like, you remember how they always had like a VHS tape dedicated to a wrestler?
Yeah.
You could find like the 1998-99 Bill Goldberg.
Who is Goldberg?
Well, it's probably what it's called. Played Goldberg drinking game. Drink every time he spears somebody.
Yeah.
And then, but you trick somebody because there's a fucking spear montage at the beginning.
So, but yeah, it's called Checkpoint.
Yeah.
It's on Netflix. If you're into laughing at shitty movies, I highly recommend it.
Which I am.
It's so very good.
We came to the conclusion that it was basically the shitty version of The Rock.
Right.
So then we just watched The Rock.
Well, spoiler alert, yeah. Spoiler alert, it's a bunch of disgruntled Marines that are behind the whole thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
We're going to rebuild a better America, a stronger America.
America with more dumplings.
Right, yeah, Susie's fucking dumplings. She turns out to be like a kung fu assassin terrorist.
It's so bad.
And those
watch
dumplings are fucking delicious.
Everyone in town thinks so.
I wonder what could be going on with those dumplings.
Ugh.
We'll have to find out.
Yeah, watch Checkpoint to find out the secret of the dumplings. That's my recommendation.
Corey, what do you got for
I'd
recommendations?
recommend watching this movie on Netflix starring Bill Goldberg. It's called
Say!
Checkpoint.
Say, wait a second.
I'm just kidding.
Does it have dumplings?
I've been real into lately. I've been just petting kitties. And oh my god, I recommend that. Like, find a kitty and pet it. Dude, there's nothing better than
I
that.
can't argue against that, really. It's a solid recommendation.
That's what I recommend everybody go do.
Go
That's
pet a
actually a
kitty.
really solid
That's
recommendation.
good. It's actually scientifically proven to reduce blood pressure.
Yeah.
So it's a good idea.
There you go.
I mean, we all have our reasons. But I mean that's whatever your reason is. Pet a kitty. That's what I'm saying.
That's a solid recommendation.
This might be the best and only one that matters ever given on the
And the whole show.
That's all I've been doing.
All right.
I don't watch TV.
I have two recommendations this week. The first one, we're going to have to go back to 1996.
Oh, wait a minute.
It's going to be very difficult without a time
You know what?
machine.
You know what president I'd vote for? president that says, "Hey guys, you guys remember the '90s?" And he goes, "You guys remember Nickelodeon '90s? Remember that shit? Like, that shit was fire. Let's we're gonna put all our money into a time machine to go back then." I would be like,
yeah.
Global Guts is filmed in front of
This
a live
guy's got
studio
my
audience
vote.
in
That
Nickelodeon
guy's
Studios
like,
and Universal
listen.
Studios in Orlando, Florida.
He's like, "Listen, we had people were alive. People that are dead now were alive.
Prince was alive.
We got that. I was gonna say Prince.
Phil Hartman was alive.
Like, well, it depends on where we go.
Chris Farley was alive at some point in the 90s. Not for long.
Wait,
Probably most of it.
97 he died at the very end.
When did
Tupac and Biggie were alive.
Tommy Boy was 95. So, 2 years after that. But anyway, we're not here to do math.
So your
We're
recommendation?
here to talk about the facts. Like, people that weren't dead were alive. And then, wait a minute though. That one guy that died in the 80s, though, he's still dead. That one guy.
Wasn't that? But it's fresher in our minds now.
Who am I talking about?
Princess Diana.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that's the guy.
No,
That's the guy. That's a fella.
no,
That
Mr.
guy.
Miyagi was still alive. It's not him.
No, he was. He was
He's alive into the 2000s, by God.
Is Ralph Macchio still
Ralph
alive?
Macchio is very alive because my pharmacist went to SteelCon and met him.
Oh yeah, that's what he's doing right
A
now.
couple weeks ago.
This came out of like
Got his pop vinyl signed. He looks great.
smoking his meth.
Does he look exactly like the pop vinyl?
No,
with
he
a weird
looks exactly
square head?
like. He looks like he. They're making another Karate Kid, the web series called Cobra Kai.
Oh my god.
Nice.
But yeah, that guy that died in the 80s, he'd still be dead. I don't know who it is. Who?
Andre the Giant.
Oh, John Lennon.
Yeah.
Oh, John Lennon. Yeah, John Lennon's still dead.
that guy.
He's still dead. Unfortunately.
That fucker.
I mean, there's a lot of people, still dead people, but more will be alive.
Anywho.
Anyway. I have two recommendations this week. The first one, we got to go back to 1996. It was actually voted Rolling Stone's worst album of the year. Yeah, it was. 1996. It was Rolling Stone's worst
ICP,
album.
baby.
Yeah, that's it.
Is it really?
No, it's definitely not.
What is? I'm so confused.
1996 is not ICP. 1996's worst album of the year was an album by Weezer, and like in the
Pinkerton.
Pinkerton, yeah, Pinkerton, 1996.
Yes, Battletoads.
Oh yes,
My favorite album, Battletoads.
Star Fox 2.
I remember that
for the
Kate.
Game Gear. No, it was
Shaq Fu.
no, it was in the tradition of Rolling Stone, like giving a shitty review and then 30 years later, like correcting themselves. Pinkerton was 96's worst album of the year on Rolling Stone.
Yeah.
And 20 years later, they ended up changing that, and they went from 1 star to 5 stars.
Wow.
Over the course of
Wait,
20
so
years.
you recommend going back in time to 1996
When people hated
when
Pinkerton.
people hated it?
Well, yeah.
And you want to be like,
When hairstyles
hey,
were cool.
dumbasses. It's actually good.
It's
You'll
actually
figure this out.
it's 5 stars. Give it 20 years.
Like, you guys will figure this out. I'm ahead of the curve.
But no, I recommend Pinkerton. Tired of Sex, El Scorcho.
Who isn't tired of that shit?
I know, me too. Fuck
I'm
that.
so tired of girls always coming up to me like,
Oh, please,
oh,
fuck
please.
me.
And I'm like,
Grabbing your dinger.
I'm like, oh man, like I know what he was feeling when he was like, I'm gonna write a song about this. So tired of it.
So yeah, Pinkerton's my favorite Weezer album. Go pick that one up. That's real good. Second recommendation is a show on Netflix. I feel like I have to recommend this. It's called Checkpoint. It stars Bill Goldberg.
Say.
You might have heard of him. There's some dumplings and there's someone who's Chinese, I think.
Yep.
No, it's a show on Netflix. It's coming back in September, so I feel like it's worth recommending.
What's it called?
It's called Narcos.
Oh, you know what? I heard. A lot of dirty sex on that show.
There is
certainly not.
There actually is a lot of dirty
Like
sex on the show.
like P in V.
Point of view, yeah. I mean, they use some first-person shot.
But no,
You mean VR? VR Troopers. I recommend that. It's my turn again. VR Troopers, guys. Fuck those kitties. Watch VR Troopers. No, I'm kidding. Pet kitties. I can't.
So Narcos.
Narcos. It's a show, just what it sounds like. It's a show about narcotics trafficking. Sorry. It's a show about the narcotics trafficking in the 80s and early 90s. The first 2 seasons are pretty much expressly about Pablo Escobar.
Pablo Malabar, yeah.
Yeah, Pablo Pablo Marlboro.
Pablo Narcos.
Pueblo Sandbox.
Hot new Pablo's Nachos available at Taco Bell.
That's the name.
Boom.
Once I was at a Mexican restaurant.
Prenuptial open bar.
And the very Mexican waiter came up to me, and I was like, I have a question, good sir. And he's like, yes, hello. Hello.
That's more.
Sure, that's how I think of
He was like,
That's very Mexican.
He was like, can I take your order, senor? And I was like, yes, sir. And I was like, wait a second, sir. I'm having trouble finding the volcano menu. And he was like, he's like, volcano menu. He was like, Taco Bell. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I meant the Doritos menu. Then he stabbed me in my jugular. Haven't been back since.
I feel like I'm hallucinating.
Anyway. No, watch Narcos. It's really good. It's really good drama if you're into crime shit. The guy, I can't remember the actor's name who plays Pablo Escobar, but they do a really good job.
Pablo, it's him.
It's actually him.
He reanimated his...
He was alive in the 90s.
Oh, dude, we could bring him back. Oh, you know what? Nelson
That meat is still
Mandela will
fresh.
be alive.
Yeah.
So we'll close the loop.
But yeah, no. Check out Narcos on Netflix.
Yeah.
Season 3 is coming back on September 1st. Get ready for that. It's a great show.
Yeah, that guy from
Worth
Logan's
watching.
in it. The bad guy, right?
What?
From the Wolverine.
I never saw Logan.
Oh, you never saw it. You remember when? remember when Mom would pack your lunch with Twinkies and juice bars? He dies at the end. Wolverine dies at the end of Logan.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
And Professor X. Oh, but weren't juice boxes great? I hid it in there.
Nice. Nice. Good fit.
They'd have to really listen to get it spoiled.
Right.
It's like subliminal.
Oh my god, I'm so confused.
They're gonna like wake up the next day and be like, honey, I don't want to rent the Logan anymore. I think they know how it ends.
I think you just ruined Logan for
I
me.
don't know where I heard it, but I don't know.
Sonny.
It's good. Oh, I recommend that. Watch that. Watch that movie. It's good.
All right.
Time to ask a critical question.
What did we learn this
Did we
week?
learn fucking anything this week?
What did we
Horse
learn?
semen is an acceptable substitute for gasoline.
Yeah, I wrote horse semen smells like gas and vice versa.
I wrote you should pet cats.
Yeah. I wrote nothing. But you gotta poop.
You should poop sometimes.
Poop goes in a specific place.
Yeah.
And that place
Yeah.
is in the McDonald's play place.
It was the Burger King play
That place is in the Burger King
That
play
place shut down too. The Burger King
I know.
shit in there.
There's
I'm
too
hoping
much
it's
shit.
not related.
It was like 40% shit, 60% balls.
I'd like to think.
Ew.
I'd
Oh my god.
I mean, I'd like to think that I caused the shut that kid caused the shutdown with the shit.
But we'll never know.
The shit down with
will
the
we?
shut?
I think it was just very poorly run. I mean,
Well, if you were mopping it up, then yeah, I would say so.
yeah, they let me mop it up.
I also learned I shouldn't make internet sounds anymore.
Stop,
probably won't.
Yeah.
Stop doing that.
I also wrote Robin Williams and Dongers, but they don't have any connection as far as I can
That's
tell.
fine. I wrote that you can't let those Gleep Glops beep boop inside your daughter.
Yeah.
Common sense.
Dude. Unless he has like a robotic that would be like a flash drive.
I will not let some flesh and blood filth interface with my daughter.
What else there? Right? I wrote that Vin Diesel can breathe in space. I also wrote that
That's true. That's
Harlem
facts.
Oates is the rapper / oatmeal enthusiast.
Yeah. Optimus Rhyme, too.
Optimus Rhyme.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a real guy, right?
I don't fucking know.
I think it is a real guy.
The final thing I learned is that Dave is embarrassing and also hates orphans.
That's true.
But I mean, to be fair, who doesn't?
I mean, nobody really likes orphans. They're kind of dirty and.
Why do you think
You
there's
know
so many
who I
Batman
like
villains?
Is, I like Orphan Annie. Boy, that new one.
The white one or the black one?
I was gonna say that. I was trying to, I said a lot of things today.
Yeah.
Such as
You know what? I don't like the black one, but it's not because they're black.
That's because the movie sucks.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I don't like any of them because it's stupid. You know what? I don't like them either.
I don't recommend that.
They make bad musicals because they had no parents to teach them to sing.
Right.
Oh, that was bad. I'm sorry. No, I'll teach you.
Jesus Christ, superstar. Do you?
I really don't mean that. It's just a wacky world out there, and sometimes we just gotta laugh.
I learned Andrew Lloyd Webber could
I learned
suck
that.
a dick.
I learned that. Sometimes you just gotta laugh.
You gotta laugh.
You gotta laugh.
You just gotta go.
And that's the Three Dudes Promise.
You're guaranteed to laugh.
All right,
And a couple have a little bit of shame too.
We'll be back next week with Slammykins.
Ben's episode.
We have another guest on next week. We're not going to tell you who that is, although we might have already. I don't remember.
You guys need more racial diversity in your game.
We do.
You don't have a black guy in your crew,
Well,
on your roster.
I'll come in and like blackface and then
That'll do it.
Or an Asian, or nothing.
No,
How about we just fire ourselves and then it'll be completely
we'll
even.
just fat white guys.
A Latin man.
We'll fire all of ourselves and then it will be a completely racially even cast because there will be nobody on it.
The Zero Stooges.
There's no women here, so you obviously
Not
hate
yet.
women.
Obviously.
What if we
Does
got a
Bubba
black
count as a
Latin
woman
one?
because he's been neutered?
Yeah.
We'll get a black Latin
My
woman.
dog.
Who's that?
He's just gonna. You're gonna ask him a question. He's gonna be like, "Roof, roof, roof, roof." Like, we want to hear that.
Who is the greatest
It's not diverse at all.
Who is the greatest
This is a
batter
dog.
the Yankees ever had? Roof.
Insane. This is the craziest
You know
conversation.
what? Last thing, and then I'm done. Funny dog named Bark Ruffalo. Because you don't even have to change the last name because it's already, Ruffalo.
It's pretty good.
And then Bark just icing on the cake.
Oh my god.
All right, see you later.
We'll be back next week, everybody.
Thank you very
Thanks for
much.
listening.
Thanks for guesting.